And, I mean, it's a team sport. Both of those are. There would have to be, in something that's way over me being able to understand, a balance that has to be struck between marketing those two entities.
There certainly is. There certainly is. And I think as much as name, image, and likeness and some of these, the transfer portal have challenged us to think differently as an industry, what is still true is fans, supporters, people in the community gravitate to people that they know. Right, so we need to continue to think about how are we humanizing and personalizing our student athletes, knowing that people will cheer for good stories, human interest pieces. Right, how do we tell those stories better? I think with the evolution of name, image, and likeness, you're seeing kind of a renewed focus on the marketing of those individuals, which is a critical core piece of what we do, and we'll continue to do that as that evolves. But I don't think that necessarily would change the relevance and importance of the team, right? And I think the other part that we talk a lot about is, okay, knowing that a percentage of really any team's roster around the country changes on a given year, we need to double down on the pieces that people know, right? Which is the game day experience, our coaches, some of these consistent kind of core pillars, and so trying to kind of balance the desire and really need to promote our players and our team with what is a core pillar of ours will be an enhanced fan experience and a recommitment to making game days as best as they can. The analogy, people don't like to go to empty bars, right? How do we create something that has buzz and
nothing
drives
draws
interest?
a crowd like a crowd, right?
Right, exactly. And so we do plan to continue to elevate that and then use that to springboard maybe some additional marketing strategies just to tell that story better too.
Last thing for you, it seems like there's a group of Pitt core loyalists that are going to show up every Saturday at a football game. There's some that say, I don't know. But then there is a semi-captive audience that needs to be grabbed with a net and sort of brought down to the stadium. And some of it ebbs and flows with results. Some of it ebbs and flows with just the fan experience. Is that the group that is so important to you, the ones that are sort of up in the air?
It is. I think importance, certainly at scale, we want to reiterate that core base feels like they're getting the value back for what they're investing, right? That's something we talk about all the time, right? How do we prioritize those who prioritize us? But then certainly when you think about how do we go from a crowd of X size to a crowd that's larger, it's going to be that incremental growth, that kind of audience and group you mentioned. And so our group spent a lot of time this year thinking about, at Fusing Football specifically, like what are our group sales packages, right? We announced the other day we're going to have a golf night. Right, and so there's a huge golf community in Pittsburgh, right? How do we create, maybe it's a unique ticket package with like a custom club head cover, or maybe there's a golf simulator type of experience. Like how do we kind of carve out some of these things that Pittsburgh is known for and bring those to our game days in a way that, sports holistically is really becoming, I'll say, less about the true game and more about the holistic experience, and we need to rise to that challenge.
Fantastic. Thank you for joining me today. Incredible stuff. Kyle Bruce, Senior Deputy AD, External Relations, Chief Revenue Officer, University of Pittsburgh. Let's hit traffic right now. PJ Fitzpatrick, Home Improvement Traffic Center, KDKA AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser Chevrolet.
All right, thanks, Colin. The accident on the Parkway West outbound, right around the Green Tree exit, is cleared, so all lanes are now open there. Looking at the other outbound lanes of the major roadways, just seeing a few stoppages on the Parkway East outbound right before the Squirrel Hill Tunnel. Nothing that'll back you up too much. And starting to monitor a bit of congestion on 79 northbound right around the S-curves. Now with draft day coverage, here's AAA's Heather Zambito. Heather?
Thanks, Margo. Parkway East inbound, a minor slowdown approaching the Squirrel Hill Tunnel. Parkway West inbound sluggish in the area of Campbell's Run and Ridge Road. Then again approaching the 79 split. Climbing Green Tree Hill inbound traffic still a little sluggish in part because of that earlier incident on the other side of the roadway. 28 slowing at the 31st Street Bridge. West Liberty Avenue and Library Road pretty heavy and slow. 51 stop and go between Library and the Liberty Tubes. And a couple of updates from Pittsburgh Regional Transit. Several of the park and ride lots are full now, but the Carnegie and Wilkinsburg lots still have about half of their spots available. South Hills Village is now at 75% capacity. With AAA traffic, I'm Heather Zambito on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to Colin Dunlap on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
When my wife and I got married after both graduating law school, we didn't have 2 nickels to rub together. Ultima had to give me her gas card just to drive home. We never could have imagined that one day we would have the largest injury firm in the world and $25 billion in money collected and counting. As good Catholics, we had 4 children fast. They all work in the firm today. Our family protecting yours. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. But our greatest gift was years away, grandchildren. Today we have 6 and counting. It's the greatest joy that we have ever experienced. I think about them all day long. Our family promises to protect your family should you need us. Call us. It's easy. Visit forthepeople.com and make sure you hug your grandchildren. God's final gift to us. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Injured? Dial pound law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. No, we're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless probably has you paying for more data than you might need. You could be throwing away thousands over a lifetime.
Our entry-level data plans start at just $20 a month. And for a limited time, switch and get your second month free. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com or a store near you and get your second month free today. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional details.
Breaking news for your home. Way Day. Wayfair's big sale is almost here, and you can score the best deals in home. Like up to 80% off everything home. Yes, you heard that right. 80% off with free shipping on everything. Plus surprise flash deals all Way Day long. We're talking outdoor furniture and essentials, rugs, and more. All at Wayfair, and all up to 80% off during Way Day. Shop Wayfair's Way Day from April 25th through 27th.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
You've spent decades building your savings and planning for the future. Now the focus shifts from accumulation to protection, from growth to sustainable income you can depend on. Secure Money Advisors helps retirees build structured retirement plans designed to help protect what they've worked so hard to build and preserve. Go to righttrackbook.com to claim your complimentary copy today. That's righttrackbook.com, where your retirement journey begins on the right track.
Join Rob Pratt every Sunday at 11 a.m. for Black and Gold Sunday, presented by Coons Market, your hometown Pittsburgh grocer. Rob keeps you posted on Pittsburgh sports with 2 hours of exciting talk. That's Black and Gold Sunday, 11 to 1, presented each week by Coons Market.
Here we go, UPMC Health Plan, your partners in care.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. Rising tensions in Iran sending stocks lower and oil higher today, with Axios reporting Iran was laying mines in the Strait of Hormuz earlier this week. That led the Trump administration to tell the U.S. Navy to shoot any ships that it sees doing just that. And as long as that U.S. Navy blockade is in place in the Strait of Hormuz, leaders in Tehran say that peace talks are off the table. And that spooked Wall Street today. At the close, the Dow down 180 points. The NASDAQ lost 219. That's a nearly 1% drop. The S&P lower by 30, and oil closed around $96 a barrel. Among the big decliners today, shares of Lululemon down 13% a day after announcing its next CEO. But investors found out that when she was at Nike, Heidi O'Neill was involved in Nike's disastrous push to sell more of its sportswear on its own website at its stores, which alienated a lot of retail partners. And they're not happy with this new hire. Tom Busby, Bloomberg Radio.
Your drive just got easier. It's Colin Dunlap on the Voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
All right, here we go. We'll take some calls throughout the rest of this hour. 866-391-1020. I know Margot's prepared, and I'll just give Margot a verbal cue. Just shoot me a text with any callers, Margot, and we're squared away. And on that note, I've got a bunch of feedback that said, where's Margot? Where's Margot? Because we took some photos from down here. And she's back at the studio, and I've got to say this because when you do a remote, especially the first time somewhere, and this park's brand new, so we hadn't been here before, like sometimes we'll go to the same places and do remotes. But when you do it at a new place and you hadn't ever been there before, and I've never walked in here to Arts Landing before just today, and it's fantastic, you go through some growing pains, or you could if you're not organized. Margot's laid it out. She's figured it out. Back in our Green Tree studio, she has made sure that everything is organized as can be. So her ability to keep it that way is something that's made the broadcast go incredibly smooth today, and I can't thank her enough. She sort of put it on a tee for me, and all I have to do is talk. So great on her. That's why we sound so good down here. 866-391-1020 is that number. That's 866-391-1020. So about this Arts Landing, right, instead of just kind of draft-specific stuff, because we are here at Arts Landing. So I had a chance to walk around. Tamira was down here. Our big boss, PJ Kamancic, was down here. And we were walking around, and I'll tell you, one thing that really jumped out at me that was not anticipated was the amount of grass here. You know, I don't want to say no idea, but it really also struck me how much space, I guess, that Goodyear building and then the adjacent land took up. When I started walking around down here to look, and I thought, my gosh, this plot of land really is this big. So when the draft does leave town, when everything sort of returns to run-of-the-mill daily sort of fee play or whatever, I think you owe it to yourself to come down here and check it out. It is a nice sort of respite in the middle of the city. You know, Lee Steinberg, who we'll hear from coming up at 5, super agent, he looked at me and he said, you know, this kind of feels like Pittsburgh's mini Central Park. Now, it's nowhere near as big, but in a way, he was kind of right. You know, right in the middle of skyscrapers and tall buildings, there's gigantic green space, which you don't get everywhere. I will take your calls next. Let me ask you this. Do you still have apprehensions about the draft and about the crowds and about things? It feels like everything is going 100% smoothly. So I heard a lot of naysayers, and I was even one of them, in the past couple weeks. Do you still have those feelings? Let's talk next. 866-391-1020. We'll hear from Lee Steinberg, top of the hour. We hear from Margot right now. PJ Fitzpatrick, Home Improvement Traffic Center, KDKA AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser Chevrolet.
All righty. Thanks, Colin. Looking at the outbound lanes of the major roadways, seeing some bumper-to-bumper traffic on the outbound side of the Liberty Tunnel. Also, a few brake lights on the Parkway West outbound, but that is right through the lower level of the Fort Pitt Bridge, so nothing too bad for your commute. And then the Parkway East outbound, just a few stoppages right before the Squirrel Hill Tunnel. Now with draft day coverage, here's AAA's Heather Zambito. Heather?
Thanks, Margot. Parkway East inbound. Minor slowdown approaching the Squirrel Hill Tunnel. Otherwise, though, up to speed between the Turnpike and the tunnel. Parkway West inbound sluggish in the area of Ridge Road. Then slow again approaching the 79 split. Back up to speed, though, and really staying at speed as you climb Green Tree Hill, crest the hill, and then head down to the Fort Pitt Tunnel. 28 slowing at the 31st Street Bridge. West Liberty Avenue and Library Road. Pretty heavy and slow. 51 stop and go between Library and the Liberty Tubes. And Liberty Bridge is jammed across the span on the inbound side. With AAA traffic, I'm Heather Zambito on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Epic parties start at Staples. Now you can grab Party City balloons, decorations, and tableware, plus matching custom invites, banners, and more right at Staples. That was easy.
I've been burned before. I was just repeating the same patterns. It turns out I had a type.
Workplaces everywhere are looking for love. And by love, we mean the easy way to order food at work. Easy Cater.
I thought ordering from great restaurants at work had to be complicated, but then I met Easy Cater. So many options, so flexible, and when I ordered for 50 gluten-free vegans without going over budget, I knew I'd found the platform I wanted to do life and lunch with.
Fall in love with Easy Cater. Start an order at easycater.com.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell, definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. Do you feel stupid for buying a timeshare? Don't. It's not your fault. You were most likely told you could rent it, and it was a great financial investment. And the deal was available today only. If this happened to you, contact your resort or Wesley Financial Group for help today.
Call Wesley now for your free exit information kit. 800-939-1441. 800-939-1441.
Hey, Colin Dunlap for Schultz Ford. Listen here, gonna be warm before you know it. Get that ride for summertime. How about that convertible, that Mustang? Yep. Or you may be going on a trip. You need that Expedition. You need that Explorer. You need that room. You sure do. So, Schultz Ford Wexford, Schultz Ford Harmer, Schultz Ford South in West Mifflin, Schultz Ford in Wheeling. Get there. Get that ride for your summer vacation. It'll be here before you know it. Or go to schultzford.com.
In Pittsburgh, Chase is proud to root for the home team because they're our team too. We cheer from the bleachers and on the sidelines. We cheer for gymnasts and quarterbacks. And with more than 25 local Chase branches and 5,000 nationwide, we are right beside you, Pittsburgh. Neighborhood bankers, digital tools, national strength. Chase, make more of what's yours.
JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
Kid Rock, a celebration 250 years in the making. Freedom 250 Tour, the road to Nashville. Saturday, June 20th at the Pavilion at Star Lake. The American Badass, Kid Rock, with John Party.
Got a little dirt on my boots, but I'm taking you uptown tonight.
Get tickets now at livenation.com. The ultimate American party, Kid Rock.
From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 80 degrees under mostly cloudy skies at Pittsburgh International at 4:30. I'm Pat Septak. Local businesses are hoping to cash in with the draft being held in Pittsburgh over the next 3 days. News Radio KDKA's David Ballarado is downtown talking to business owners. David?
Well, Pat, some of the businesses I spoke to at the North Shore had a lot of high hopes for the next few days. I just talked to someone who owns at least 3 different businesses here in downtown Pittsburgh. Alejandro Honeglu owns Alejandro's Mediterranean Cuisine, Giovanni's Pizza and Pasta, Giovanni's Catering, and Giovanni's Pizza and Coffee. And unfortunately for him, he says they are not seeing the business that they were expecting.
That's not good at all, because first of all, we start last Monday. Okay, Monday I put a lot of employee, even I called my old employee to come support during the NFL. And we didn't have we didn't have normal business. Like, we were so down, so far.
And he's hoping to see the business starts to turn around maybe tomorrow, because maybe more people will be in town. But they added extra staff because they were expecting all of these crowds. But so far, really nothing came about. 6th Street is closed to traffic, so there's a street festival going on outside. But as far as the promoted, the projected revenue enhancements that this would bring to the region, at least as far as he's concerned, they're not quite seeing that yet. Reporting live downtown, David Ballarado, News Radio KDKA.
Rivalries are taking a back seat in Pittsburgh this week as NFL superfans come together for a cause. From jerseys to friendly trash talk, the Superfan Summit is turning competition into community. Steve Weber with Nat Tailgaters tells KDKA Radio fans from across the league are uniting for more than team pride. They're using the spotlight of the NFL draft to give back.
This is our Super Bowl. We come to every draft, no matter where it's at. And we host a tailgate on Friday for the Superfan Tailgate Summit. And we are hosting that tailgate for the Light of Life Rescue Mission, homeless shelter here in Pittsburgh.
And the summit is set for Friday. That's tomorrow from 1 to 5 at 1103 Western Avenue on the north side. And checking Wall Street now, the Dow closed down 179 points. The NASDAQ closed down 219 points, and the S&P 500 closed down 29 points. KDKA Sports brought to you by NASCO Roofing, Pittsburgh's trusted and passionate roofer. Call NASCO Roofing at 412-373-2000. The Pirates and the Rangers finish up their 3-game series tonight in Arlington, Texas. Our pregame coverage begins here on KDKA at 7:10. KDKA Radio News Time is 4:32. Time to call One Health Benefits at 724-799-8873 for the best affordable health insurance plans tailored to your needs. Our next update at 5 o'clock. I'm Pat Septak on the Voice of Pittsburgh News Radio, KDKA.
Beat the spring cleaning rush and call Zero Res. This is the perfect time to clean your air ducts as you deal with allergy season, furnace and AC efficiency, post-winter, and more. Your air ducts are like the lungs of your home. If they're dirty, your indoor air suffers. Just check out the 10,000-plus Google reviews with 4.9 ratings. This month, get a whole system duct cleaning for just $5.99. Pay less for fresh. Call 412-701-1188 or go online at ZeroResPGH.com and ask for the KDKA special.
The Carpenters Training Center is holding its annual open house on Saturday, May 2nd. Doors open from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Bring the whole family and enjoy food prizes and Kids Corner. Their 4-year apprenticeship program is tuition-free, and you will earn competitive wages and benefits while you learn. Information sessions begin at 9 a.m. and noon. Learn about a career in the union building trades, as well as the pre-apprenticeship program. Join them Saturday, May 2nd, as 4th-year apprentices from their 6 crafts participate in competitions and demonstrations. Find out more at eascarpenterstech.edu. Make 380 Auction of Murraysville your next stop for all your spring needs. Great prices on vegetable and flower flats. The fresh produce comes in weekly. 380 Auction has name brand furniture, tools, automotive supplies, pet supplies, lawn and garden, toys, food, and new items arriving daily. 380 Auction is open Tuesday through Sunday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 724-339-3132. That's 724-339-3132. Or log on to shop380.com and save.
The Pittsburgh Speaker Series at Heinz Hall, presented by University of Pittsburgh, announces its 26-27 season. 7 evenings to deepen your understanding of the world around you, featuring Anderson Cooper, former UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson, historian Anne Applebaum, financial journalist Andrew Ross Sorkin, and former NASA Administrator Charles Bolden. The series is sponsored by News Radio KDKA and the Spanos Group of Raymond James. Tickets on sale now at pittsburghspeakers.org.
Here we go. Traffic time. PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, KDKA AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser Chevrolet.
Alrighty, thanks, Colin. Looking at the major roadways, starting to see some congestion on the northbound side of 79 as you make your way towards the S curves from Route 60. The other major roadways, the outbound routes are looking not as bad as we anticipated. However, seeing some stop-and-go traffic right around the Bathtub region as you make your way towards the lower level of the Fort Pitt Bridge. And on the Parkway East outbound, just a few stoppages right before the Squirrel Hill Tunnel. Nothing that will get you too locked up. Now let's head to AAA's Heather Zambito with Draft Day coverage. Heather?
Yeah, thanks, Margot. Similar story for the inbound traffic. It's really not too bad right now. Just a few hours before the first round of the draft. Parkway East inbound, minor slowdown approaching the Squirrel Hill Tunnel. Parkway West inbound, sluggish around Campbell's Run and Ridge Road, then again at the 79 split. But then you're going to pick speed back up, and really you'll stay at speed until around the runaway truck sand pile right before the Fort Pitt Tunnel. 28 slowing at the 31st Street Bridge, with Liberty Avenue and Library Road. Pretty heavy and slow. Liberty Bridge inbound is jammed across the span, and updates from Pittsburgh Regional Transit. Lots of the park and ride lots are full or filling, but Carnegie, Large, and Wilkinsburg, those lots still have half of their spots available. South Hills Village Mall is at 75% capacity. With AAA traffic, I'm Heather Zambito on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Very warm the rest of the afternoon with clouds and sun, highs in the upper 70s to around 80. Partly cloudy tonight, down to 58. Looks like a warm evening for the draft. Warm tomorrow, maybe a thunderstorm in the afternoon, high 82. Then cooler with some showers Saturday. For AccuWeather, I'm John Feerick, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Are your glass shower doors past their prime? Dated? Tarnished? Faded? Or maybe just boring? Transform your shower into a spa-like retreat with a customized glass shower enclosure from Boulevard Glass and Metal. Check out their easy, hassle-free quote request online at boulevardglassandmetal.com. Simply pick a layout, answer a few questions, and send it. They'll get back to you with a price. Or call 412-621-1799.
She's back. Join Dr. Bridget Shufo at 9 this Sunday morning and see how her wellness and weight loss help you get rid of excess weight and, more importantly, keep it off with a healthy lifestyle. It's Dr. Shufo's Health and Wellness Show this Sunday at 9 a.m.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
Who's more powerful than the NFL commissioner on draft day 1? His wife is, that's who. This is Michael Bartley, live from the KDKA studios at 5:30 this evening. The First Lady of the NFL, my dear friend, Jane Goodell. Join us.
Leave it to Michael Bartley to know Roger Goodell's wife. Like, if you had to pick one person in Pittsburgh and go, who do you think might know Roger Goodell's wife? Michael Bartley. All right, let's see if I have this from memory. I jotted it down, what I think is correct. Regional sales and promotional manager. Is that correct?
Close. Regional sales promotions director. I got the director title. You know?
I saw a familiar face, and that's Amanda King. She's flying around. And I wanted to grab her because she was able to go and make her way around this whole situation, across the river and everywhere. And this is my takeaway, and I brought this up to the Chief of Police, Jason Lando, and tell me if it's accurate or not. You've seen a lot more people than I've seen. I don't know if I've been to a big event, at least not in Pittsburgh, where, and again, the event really hasn't happened yet. It's still the run-up, but I have seen seemingly everybody happy and smiling. There aren't, like, frowns. There aren't people mad. People aren't miserable. They've had to walk. This feels like a really happy event, Amanda.
It does. I mean, I've seen some jovial and lighthearted joking and things like with people of opposite teams and things like that, especially over near PNC Park, because that's where we have Radio Row over there with some stations from different cities. But yeah, I mean, people are happy. Like, they're excited. Like, there's so much going on. There's so much to do around all the different parts of the city that. How can you not be happy about it?
And one thing, and I've not been across the river. You have. I was last night for the casino, but you have been over there. Take me through this, because it feels like, in all the people that I've talked to, this didn't just happen. This has been the result of the planning and the travel and the transportation, and then even via foot, the walking. Everything that has been planned out is working pretty much perfectly at this point. Would you agree to that?
Absolutely. It seems very organized. I mean, they were very clear about what bridges and roads were closed, and you just see everyone walking across the places that they should be, and cars going to the places that they should be. Over on the North Shore, there's also a lot of the golf carts, and then the guys that are pedaling with the on the back. Yeah, the pedal cabs on the back. So there's a ton of those. If you start to make your way across the bridge and you don't feel like walking all the way from Roberto Clemente over towards where the draft is taking place, then you can easily hop on one of those. There's probably at least 6 to 8 that I saw working, and that was earlier. So I guarantee you there's going to be more of those that are just pedaling people back and forth all night.
Did you happen to catch the prices on the concessions? Is it just regular stadium prices for the most part?
From what I've seen, do you mean specifically for the draft or like inside of PNC Park?
Both.
Inside of PNC Park just seems standard. They have everything that's kind of on that back Riverwalk all open, so all of the vendors that are back there are pretty much all open, the main like food areas. And then from what I've seen, I saw a quick thing about the draft food itself, and it seems like a lot of things are just standard. Like, you can get a sandwich for between $12 and $15 and things like that. Hot dogs. There was some kind of shaved kibasi sandwich. I'm intrigued to see what that is. But yeah, it all seemed like standard stadium kind of pricing.
And I brought this up with the Chief of Police too, Jason Lando. I feel secure because I look around and it doesn't feel militant, but there is a visible police presence. It feels like the balance is absolutely perfect there's enough people, there's not too many, but you look around within an eye shot and you're able to see somebody in law enforcement or who can help you. You find that pretty accurate?
Very accurate. Yeah, I actually have a friend I went over to see at PNC Park. She's a state trooper, and so I was talking to her about like kind of what they have going on, and I mean, there's a ton of them. Like it seems like different departments have different sectors. So she was telling me that they have a specific area that they are manning, just like the state troopers themselves, and then other departments have different like areas that they're like manning, and they have a lot of people scheduled with certain crews. She said she's 9 to 9, and then there was a 3. I want to say, or 5P to 5A or something like that, like something overnight. So they had the different shifts to switch on and off. And so it seems very well organized, very safe. So if you're still thinking about coming down in the next couple of days, I don't see why you wouldn't. I mean, we just heard the traffic report. It's really not bad at all. You have all those park and ride options and the different the buses that can bring you here and everything. So,
and Amanda King from our team is joining right now, and that's one thing you just touched on. I think this might be one of the first times in Western Pennsylvania history that we've heeded the warning to jump on public transportation. It feels like a lot of people are doing it. We actually did it this time, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, while we were getting ready to get on air, I was watching an Instagram about the Monroeville Park and Ride and how they had to buy 100 because there was a specific places that you had to park there. And I mean, this might be a news story for David sitting over here, but they had to.
It's news story out today, I think.
Buy more spots because you had to park at specific spots at the Park and Ride, and they were buying more throughout the afternoon because more and more people were showing up. So they didn't want their cars to get towed because they were parked in the wrong spots. So they're. It seems like they're very aware of what's going on, and by they, it means just the city of Pittsburgh in general and the surrounding areas, and they're on top of things.
Our good friend over at Mike's Beer Bar and all the people over there, how is their business and how is the street business over there? Are people stopping before they get to the ultimate destination, or are they just like kind of walking straight towards the draft stage, or is it kind of a milling around kind of crowd?
I mean, definitely. I had my electric scooter that I purchased specifically for this event to scoot around the city. But I was scooting by Mike's Beer Bar, and it seemed like pretty much every table was full. So, I mean, I think people are definitely taking advantage of either A, finding a spot that they've never been to, or if you're out of town, just going to a spot, being like, oh, this looks like a great spot to stop, get a drink, or have a snack or something. And then it seemed like, I mean, I know some of the North Shore bars are specifically like for special events, but a lot of the other bars, I mean, the new one on the other side of PNC Park, the name is escaping me. The one that just opened with the donuts and the chicken. Sugarbird.
Yep.
Sugarbird, that they have like concerts going on throughout the day, but you can still stop by there. I heard that's really good too, and that's kind of more of a grab and go kind of thing. So plenty of options to do that, and there's a lot of great places all within walking distance.
Awesome. And last thing for you, just a couple seconds left. It definitely felt a little warmer than the temperature read, I think, just past noon or so today. At least for me it did. On the back of my neck, I felt it.
Yeah, this earlier I was definitely feeling warm, but I think now like there's a little bit more cloud cover now, and it seems like perfect. I don't think if we could have picked a perfect Pittsburgh day, I don't think it could get any better than it is right now.
Fantastic. Amanda, thank you. You're my eyes, you and David both have been my eyes on the other side of the river. I appreciate it as always. Let's hit a draft update right now with Pat Septak.
Time now for an update from the KDKA Draft Information Desk, powered by Bowser Chevrolet and brought to you by Generator Supercenter of Pittsburgh and by Sniper and Harmony Organic Insect Control.
Well, leading up to the draft, everyone was talking about how scarce and expensive parking would be for the draft, but we have some new information. Listen to this. With so many people using rideshare and public transportation to get to the NFL draft's activities, Rivers Casino is lowering the price to park in the garage. Rivers says the current demand for parking spaces is lower because of how effectively fans have used other means of transportation. In response, Rivers has lowered the price of a parking space, ready? From $250 down to $100. Yeah, that lower price is in effect for today and Friday. Rates for Saturday are still being finalized. Rivers said in a release, quote, "Our intention is to ensure we always maintain enough spaces for our team members and guests while welcoming visitors in town for the draft." We've also been hearing from fans that they were able to park at Nova Place for $12. Nova Place is right across the river, and from downtown, it's just a 15-minute walk. Also, one other note, coming up at 5:30, the First Lady of the NFL, Jane Goodell, will join her lifetime friend, our own Michael Bartley. Yeah, Michael, right here in the KDKA studios, and she will have some inside scoop for sure. From the KDKA Draft Information Desk, I'm Pat Septak.
Margo's got some traffic for you, or at least a traffic report. PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, KDKA AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser Chevrolet.
All right, thanks, Colin. Getting a report of an accident on the 300 block of Rhode Eye Road in Penn Hills. Taking a look at those other major roadways, seeing a few brake lights on 79 northbound right before those S-curves. Nothing too bad. The other major roadways, it's looking better than even a normal weekday rush hour. Just seeing a few brake lights right through the Fort Pitt Tunnel on the Parkway West outbound, and the outbound side through the Liberty Tunnel will also slow you down just a bit as well. Now for the inbound routes, here's AAA's Heather Zambito. Heather?
Thanks, Margot. Yeah, I agree. We're seeing less traffic right now than we typically do on a regular workday. Even for the inbound side, Parkway East inbound, just a minor slowdown approaching the Squirrel Hill Tunnel. Parkway West inbound sluggish in the area of Campbell's Run and Ridge Road, and then again approaching the 79 split. But after that, traffic is clear to the Fort Pitt Tunnel, West Liberty Avenue and Library Road. Heavy and slow volume there. That's probably a lot of folks headed to park and rides. 51 stop and go between Library Road and the Liberty Tubes. Liberty Bridge still jammed on the inbound side across the span. And Pittsburgh Regional Transit doing a good job of keeping us updated on some of the park and ride lots and their status. Several are full. Currently, Carnegie, Large, and Wilkinsburg still have lots of spots available. South Hills Village is at about 75-80% capacity. With AAA Traffic, I'm Heather Zambito on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Hey, Mom, now that I have an after-school job, I think I want to buy a drum kit.
Okay, Rockstar. Let's look at your account.
When kids start making money, Chase has easy-to-use tools and expert bankers to help them learn how to manage it.
And next month, I'll buy the bass drum and the cymbals. Oh, and maybe some noise-canceling headphones for you.
Aw, you've thought of everything.
Help kids save, budget, and build financial independence, all with Chase. That's good for kids and good for parents. Visit your local Chase branch and get started.
Account subject to approval. JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
You just testified under oath you're getting more fiber in your diet, and it was easy. Where is this additional fiber coming from?
Mira Fiber Gummies.
Objection!
It's true. Mira Fiber has 8 grams of fiber to help me get the fiber I need in a day, plus 4 B vitamins for metabolism support, all in one serving.
Overruled.
My gut rests its case.
Oh, that's my line.
Find Mirafiber today at your local retailer from the makers of Miralax. Mirafiber supports metabolism of carbs, fats, and proteins. Serving size is 4 gummies.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. Medicare can be confusing with all the rules, costs, and deadlines. Are you making the right choice for your future? Join MediConnect's free live webinars from the comfort of your home. No pressure, just clear, helpful information. Learn about Medicare, Parts A and B, how to avoid penalties, and if Medicare Advantage or Supplement is right for you. Get peace of mind. Register for the webinar by calling 888-818-6334. MediConnectInsurance.com. MediConnect. Medicare made simple.
On top of home and auto, Progressive protects your boat, RV, and motorcycle so you can explore the unknown.
Actually, we just take the RV to the same campground every year.
Well, maybe you can catch your own dinner on your boat.
Oh, we can actually get pizza delivered there from this brick oven place we love.
Will you at least try a new topping?
Honestly, probably not. We kind of have a go-to order.
Fine. Just bundle home or auto insurance with your outdoor vehicles with Progressive and stay protected when you go, I guess, where you've gone before. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations.
Breaking news for your home. Way Day. Wayfair's big sale is almost here, and you can score the best deals in home. Like up to 80% off everything home. Yes, you heard that right. 80% off with free shipping on everything. Plus surprise flash deals all Way Day long. We're talking outdoor furniture and essentials, rugs, and more. All at Wayfair. And all up to 80% off during Way Day. Shop Wayfair's Way Day from April 25th through 27th.
Wayfair, every style, every home. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA. Covered by JP Roofing and Siding. Pittsburgh's #1 platinum roofing company.
There is treatment for neuropathy. I'm Dr. Dawn Spalla.
At Allegheny Health and Physical Medicine, we treat neuropathy patients daily. No drugs, no surgery, just relief. Call 724-224-2224 for a free consultation in our Sarver or Brackenridge locations.
Don't delay in getting that plumbing repair done. Call Palucci Plumbing today for all of your plumbing needs. From trenchless sewer repair and waterline repairs and replacement, hot water tanks, sewer camera inspections, to Pittsburgh potty repairs, no job is too small for Palucci Plumbing. Owners Amy and Nick Palucci have been in business for 26 years, so give them a call for your next plumbing repair or replacement. Palucci Plumbing, 412-782-5050. That's 412-782-5050.
All right, we're going to find out what's going on. I have these words I have to read, and I need to pull them up on my phone, which I did right now. Goldberg, Persky, and White Pioneers and Asbestos Litigation News Desk. Who's back there? Pat Septak. Is he going to tell us what's happening? Go ahead.
That's right, Colin. We're going to hear from the Pittsburgh Police Chief on how their safety and security policies are working out so far at the draft. That's coming up at 5 on the Voice of Pittsburgh News Radio, KDKA.
You've heard the news. Now, talk about it with Colin Dunlap on 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
All right, so here we go. Now, big thanks to Amanda King for joining. Big thanks to Dave Colorado just a little while ago. You know, David had an interview with a business guy, a guy from a pizza shop a couple blocks away, and he said, hey, we're not seeing the business we thought we would see. Yeah, it's all well and good. Here's the thing that I found in just walking around, and I did walk around downtown some. I have found that people are using downtown to flow to the North Shore and to the Point. And I don't know what the anticipation was. I guess there was an anticipation that people would linger a little bit more in downtown. It seems to be a quick thoroughfare. People aren't sprinting through downtown, nor, shuttling through like their hair's on fire or anything. But what they are doing is kind of getting through here to get to the bigger act, which is one of two places, the North Shore and then also Point State Park. And so while I understand, and he felt like there were going to be a lot more people, maybe on the way out of the draft tonight, or as people trickle out, or as people go back and forth, it might pick up some. But that's been the feel for me when I've walked around downtown. It's simply a go-between. So if you're coming down to the draft, have that knowledge. It isn't a bed-down kind of place. Those two places certainly have been the North Shore and then Point State Park. I hope everybody's business picks up, but maybe he was just unclear as to what downtown was going to be. All right, Lee Steinberg, he joined a little earlier today. I'm told it was a great interview. I just did it. He's the one that gave me all the answers. Now, Lee Steinberg represented Ben Roethlisberger, represented Tommy Maddox, represents Pat Mahomes, a bunch of quarterbacks and a bunch of Hall of Famers, and I know him. So he said he was staying right up the street. I texted him. I said, hey, can you stop by? And he's maybe the most prolific agent ever, and he stopped by and jumped on, and I talked to him for a little bit, and we're going to re-rack some of that coming up in just a little bit. But first, PJ Fitzpatrick, Home Improvement Traffic Center, KDKA AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser Chevrolet.
All right, thanks, Colin. Still looking at that accident on the 300 block of Rodi Road in Penn Hills. Taking a look at the outbound routes, seeing some congestion on the outbound side of the Liberty Tunnel. Other than that, just a tiny amount of brake lights on the Parkway West outbound right after the Fort Pitt Tunnel, and on the Parkway East outbound as you make your way towards the Squirrel Hill Tunnel. It is not as bad as you would think. Now, with draft day coverage, here's AAA's Heather Zambito. Heather?
Thanks, Margot. Yeah, I agree. We're seeing less traffic today than we normally would on a regular work day. Folks have taken the advice, or using PRT or ride sharing or carpooling together. And so right now, your traffic flow into town is not bad at all. Heading inbound on the Parkway East, minor slowdown approaching the Squirrel Hill Tunnel, otherwise up to speed between the Turnpike and the tunnel. Parkway West inbound, still a little sluggish between Campbell's Run and Ridge Road, and then again at the 79 split, but not significantly affecting your drive time. After that, traffic is clear to the Fort Pitt Tunnel. West Liberty Avenue and Library Road, those roadways pretty heavy and slow, as well as 51. Liberty Tubes sluggish across the span, or from the tubes across the span of the bridge. And PRT reporting several of the park and ride lots full, including Monroeville, Ross, McCandless. Carnegie, Large, and Wilkinsburg, those still have about half of their spots available, and South Hills Village is looking at about 80% capacity. With AAA traffic, I'm Heather Zambito on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's the little things. The information you need. People you know. The little things that make a big difference. The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
The Village at St. Barnabas. The perfect place for mom.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
In today's fast-moving job market, staying ahead means keeping your skills sharp. At University of Maryland Global Campus, we help keep your capabilities cutting edge with our skills-based education programs designed to move your career forward. Explore more than 135 degrees and certificates in business, cybersecurity, and more. Apply now and save with no application fee. Classes start May 13th. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Shell.
Have you saved enough? What are you going to do with Social Security? What will your taxes look like in retirement? Kurt Knodik and Ethan Lane at Accurate Solutions Group believe retirement planning should be easy and you should be able to get all the information you need in one place. That's why Kurt and Ethan's team created the Your Retirement Kit, a comprehensive resource for your retirement. In it, you'll find a copy of the Retirement Income Planning Booklet. This booklet will help guide you through retirement with insight on taxes, Social Security, income, and more. To get a copy of your retirement kit, text KIT to 412-515-3355. In addition to the booklet, you'll also receive updated resources on some of retirement's most common concerns. Help simplify your retirement planning. Claim your retirement kit from Kurt Knodik and Ethan Lane now by texting KIT to 412-515-3355. Investment advisory services offered through ASG Investment Management, LLC.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA-FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 80 degrees under mostly cloudy skies at Pittsburgh International at 5 o'clock. I'm Pat Septak. The news is brought to you by PJ Fitzpatrick. 45 years of experience and thousands of 5-star reviews. TrustPJ.com. Pittsburgh is kicking off draft week with a new fan experience right in the heart of downtown. News Radio KDKA's Tamara Rush has the details.
And this isn't just about football. It's about creating a full fan experience. From interactive exhibits to live entertainment, organizers say the Pitt Block Party is designed to bring the energy of draft week to everyone, while also introducing Arts Landing as a new gathering space for the city. The 3-day festivities are free to everyone, so make your way down here. Reporting from Arts Landing, I'm Tamara Rush on News Radio 1020 KDKA.
Meanwhile, News Radio KDKA's David Ballarado is talking to local business owners downtown to see how the draft is impacting their business. David?
Pat, some of the business I spoke to on the North Shore said they expected to have some very good days today, comparable to, if not better than what they saw for the Pirates home opener just a few weeks ago. But here in downtown Pittsburgh, not everyone is sharing in the wealth. Alihan Honiglu owns several restaurants along 6th Street, and he says they're just not seeing the crowds that they were led to believe that they would see. He says part of the problem was the media may have scared some people off.
They didn't even come to Pittsburgh downtown. They ran away. All the news talk about it all the time. Mm-hmm. So all the my regular people coming downtown, they didn't come downtown, and then whoever come downtown really don't help. So we lost actually not even 500,000 is gonna come down. I don't think so. It's maybe if feel lucky we have 100,000 people here.
And he says he's probably going to end up losing money on the NFL draft. Right now, he's down about 50% of what he would normally see. Reporting live downtown, David Colorado News Radio, KDKA.
And from a safety and security standpoint, so far, so good at the NFL draft. Pittsburgh Police Chief Jason Lando telling Colin Dunlap on KDKA.
I got to tell you, I've been making my way around the city last night and then again this morning, and I've just been really proud of what I've seen from our law enforcement and all of our partners as well. I mean, this is a team effort, and this is all hands on deck. We have federal, state, and local here, and we couldn't do it without them. But yeah, as we're watching things on the monitor here at the command post, there's a joke right now that I think we outnumber the attendees right now 2-1.
And Pittsburgh Public Safety reminding those heading down to the draft to make sure they have their phones fully charged and also bring a backup battery if you have one. With so many phones in one location, batteries can drain faster. Officials are also reminding fans that the Gateway Clipper is not running shuttle boats to the North Shore today. The Clipper will be running tomorrow and Saturday. And checking Wall Street, the Dow is finished down 179 points. The NASDAQ finished down 219 points. And the S&P 500 finished down 29. KDK Sports brought to you by NASCO Roofing, Pittsburgh's trusted and passionate roofer. Call NASCO Roofing at 412-373-2000. Well, the Pirates and the Rangers will wrap up their 3-game series tonight in Arlington, Texas. And our pregame coverage here on KDKA will begin at 7:10. KDKA radio news time is 5:04. It is currently mostly cloudy and 80 degrees in Pittsburgh. KDKA AAA traffic and the AccuWeather forecast next.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. Look, I hear this all the time, and folks get scared about their debt. If you're struggling with your debt, give my friends at Harold Shepley & Associates a call. Right, Harold?
Absolutely. We have offices throughout Pennsylvania, but you never need to come into the office. It's always a free consultation, and there's no travel required, so there's no reason to pick up the phone and not give us a call.
And don't hide from it.
Yeah, there's no reason to be ashamed. You want to get back on your feet, and you need some help.
Check them out, ShepleyLaw.com.
Lowe's has the brands pros trust to get the job done. You can now shop new Catalyst fencing solutions and save big when you do. 10% off when you buy in bulk. Plus, save $180 on a DeWalt 12-inch dual bevel sliding compound miter saw. Now just $449. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 5/6 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
At Audion Hearing, our mission is simple: to make better hearing affordable for everyone. We're proud to offer high-quality, rechargeable hearing aids starting at just $98. Clear, comfortable, and ready to use right out of the box. And here's a study worth hearing. Research shows that wearing hearing aids can reduce your risk of dementia by up to 61%. Join over 1 million happy customers and hear the difference today by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, KDKA AAA traffic powered by Bowser Chevrolet.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Showered spots this evening, partly cloudy tonight, low 58, very warm tomorrow with an afternoon thunderstorm, high 82, some rain tomorrow night, a couple of showers around Saturday, high 69, then dry for Sunday. For AccuWeather, I'm John Feerick, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center. KDKA AAA traffic powered by Bowser Chevrolet.
All right, there we go, Colin. Getting a report for an accident on the 300 block of Logan Road in Bethel Park. Also, still monitoring that accident on the 300 block of Rhode Island Road in Penn Hills. The other major roadways, taking a look at those outbound lanes, not seeing too much congestion. Just a few brake lights through the Liberty Tunnel, nothing that will back you up too much. And as you make your way towards the Squirrel Hill Tunnel on the Parkway East outbound, but again, nothing too bad. Now let's send it over to AAA's Heather Zambito with some draft day coverage. Heather?
Thanks, Margot. Parkway East inbound, just a slight slowdown approaching the Squirrel Hill Tunnel, but you're mostly up to speed between the Turnpike and the tunnel. Parkway West inbound, a little sluggish in the area of Ridge Road. After that, though, traffic is clear to the Fort Pitt Tunnel on the inbound side. West Liberty Avenue and Library Road, pretty crowded, as well as 51. The Liberty Tubes, sluggish inside the tubes, and then the bridge, pretty jammed across the span. Some more updates from Pittsburgh Regional Transit. Lots of the park and ride lots are full right now, but Carnegie, Large, and Wilkinsburg all still have about half of their spots available. Bethel Park and South Hills Village are nearing capacity. With AAA Traffic, I'm Heather Zambito on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts. Wish your life came with a warning app?
That dog does not want to be petted.
Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
Warmer weather rolling in. Heavy rain, strong winds, and sudden damage. ServiceMaster Greater Pittsburgh responds immediately, 24/7, 365. Demand the yellow van.
The yellow van. Call ServiceMaster.
The Drive at 5. The stories driving today's headlines. Brought to you by ServiceMaster of Greater Pittsburgh. When disaster strikes, demand the yellow van. On 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Lee Steinberg, super agent, joining me right here on KDKA. What about measurables versus people just putting on the tape? That's always a discussion point at this time of year. Okay, what did he do in games versus what did he do at the combine?
So the best predictor of future success is past success, and you see that by the field. They will send a player to the combine. They'll see how fast he runs, how high he can jump, how far he can jump, a lateral drill, and how many times he can bench press 225 pounds. And they get in love with a fast 40 time. There's no factor that elevates a player quicker than a rapid 40. But can that wide receiver catch the ball? Can that defensive back guard anybody? Can that running back hold on to the ball? So it will not surprise you if I tell you that 40% of the players picked tonight in the first round, if you track them out 5 years, will either be underperformers or busts.
The whole Mike Mamula situation, right?
Perfect example. He was the workout warrior. And again, you'll see players drafted in lower rounds who can't run a fast 40, but they have an instinctive sense of where the ball's coming, and they're more productive.
Lee Steinberg joining right here on KDK. Take me through the run-up to the draft and then draft day and then maybe the day or so after when Ben Roethlisberger was drafted here to Pittsburgh. How did that play out?
So the first part of it was training, and so he had advanced nutrition, he had strength training, he had a quarterback coach, Steve Clarkson, who worked with him, and then he went to the combine and threw. But the key for a quarterback is pro scouting day back on the college campus, where he'll throw 60 to 80 passes, and hopefully the ball never touches the ground. Mm-hmm. And that got him real interested. Now, what was complicated on draft day for him was that Tom Coughlin of the Giants, who had the number 4 pick, called him up and said, look, if we don't make the trade for Eli Manning by the time our pick comes, we're going to take you. And I said, Ben, there's no way. The Giants are in love with Eli Manning, and the Chargers fell in love with Phillip Rivers. But anyway, so we get to draft day, and it comes up, and they complete the trade at the 15th minute.
Right.
And bam, the air goes out of the balloon, And I said, no, better things are coming. And it ended up a marriage made in heaven because he perfectly aligned with the values and lifestyle of Pittsburgh.
When you saw Ben Roethlisberger in Oxford, or when he threw on the college campus, did you think he'd be a potential Hall of Famer?
Yes, he was. He had huge size, but he was a great athlete. He could run, and he was so strong he could stand up in the pocket, and he threw a beautiful ball. He also punted at Oxford.
Lee Steinberg joining. Lee, we talk in this town with a certain nobility with the Rooneys, right? In terms of they're sort of Pittsburgh's Kennedys in a way, I guess is a decent way to put it. When you negotiate with them, when you talk to them, when you've dealt with them throughout your career, are they an echelon above a lot of people in the NFL, or is that just Pittsburgh beating its chest?
No, they are unique. As a matter of fact, players tell me they put on the Steeler uniform and they perform at a higher level. And they have a culture. I remember one time Roethlisberger got hurt, and there was a lot of pressure to rush him back. And Dan Rooney said to me, if we lose those games, we lose those games. We care about the long-term future with Ben Roethlisberger. And that's unique. And they have a great general manager in Omar Khan. And they scout well. They do everything really well. The question is, who plays quarterback?
Right. And what do you think is going to happen this year?
I don't know. There are people who are projecting Ty Simpson going to Pittsburgh in the first round, but they seem to be quite high on Howe, and they may not do much. But I've been through this for 52 years. I've had 64 first-round draft picks, and the very first player picked in a draft 8 different years, and 12 of the players are in the Hall of Fame. So nothing would surprise me.
Does Aaron Rodgers have a lot of football left, or enough to be a starter?
Yes. Warren Moon told me something a long time ago. He said, if you don't get hurt in the legs, you can play quarterback into your 40s, because the field general aspect of it, decision making, seeing the field clearly, only get better and better with each year. As long as you can at least scramble around the pocket a little bit and you're not hurting your legs, you can be prolific forever. And Aaron Rodgers has a unique gift.
Do you think Aaron Rodgers has a command of the huddle and locker room, or is all that overblown?
No, I think he does. You look at him and you know he's a Hall of Famer, and that carries a level of respect. So I think he's good. And we know that he does the most critical thing for a quarterback, which is in adversity. You've thrown a couple interceptions, the crowd is booing, the center's looking at the quarterback like he's on hallucinogens for his play
Right.
calling. What does he do now? And Rodgers, like all great franchise quarterbacks, can compartmentalize, adopt the mind, tune out adversity, and elevate his level of play.
A little bit more with Lee in just a second. Demand the yellow van. ServiceMaster Greater Pittsburgh. When disaster strikes, you demand that yellow van. Warmer weather means storm season. It's here, right? It could pop up at any time, hopefully after this weekend, though. Question isn't when it's going to happen. It's, when it's going to happen to you. So demand that yellow van. ServiceMaster Greater Pittsburgh. When disaster strikes and there's a terrible storm and water damage, storm damage, restoration needs, you just make one call. That's ServiceMaster Greater Pittsburgh. Number's easy to remember. 412-RECOVER. That's 412-RECOVER. You give them a call. Let's hit traffic right now. Yep, PJ Fitzpatrick, Home Improvement Traffic Center. KDKA AAA Traffic. It's powered by Bowser Chevrolet. Hi, Margot.
Alrighty, hey Colin. Taking a look at the outbound lanes of the major roadways. The most traffic on the outbound lane that I'm seeing is through the Liberty Tunnel. Looking at the Parkway West outbound, just a few brake lights right at the lower level of the Fort Pitt Bridge. The outbound lane of the Parkway North, it will not back you up at all. It's smooth sailing there. Same story with 28. And just a few slowdowns right before the Squirrel Hill Tunnel on the Parkway East outbound. Now let's send it to Heather Zambito with some draft day coverage. Heather?
Thanks, Margot. Yeah, same story on the inbound side where we're seeing a lot of smooth sailing. A couple of trouble spots. Parkway West inbound, sluggish in the area of Campbell's Run and Ridge Road. After that, though, traffic is clear to the Fort Pitt Tunnel. Parkway East inbound, minor slowdown between Edgewood, Swissvale, and the Squirrel Hill Tunnel, otherwise up to speed. West Liberty Avenue, Library Road, 51, some stop-and-go traffic there. The Liberty Bridge is jammed across the span, and PRT tells us that several of the park and ride lots are full, but there are some still with space. Carnegie, Large, Wilkinsburg, all of those lots still have several spots available. Bethel Park and South Hills Village are nearing capacity but do have spots available. With AAA traffic, I'm Heather Zambito on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Regardless of your stage in life, still working or retired, you can benefit from discussing your financial future with a Bill Few Associates professional. We'll help you develop a personal plan that fits your financial goals and allows you to enjoy the kind of lifestyle you want for as long as you possibly need. Bill Few Associates Wealth Management. Find out more. Call 412-630-6000 or visit billfew.com.
April is here and everything is in bloom, including savings at Bowser Hyundai. The 2026 Hyundai Tucson all-wheel drive brings versatility to your ride, and right now at Bowser Hyundai, the #1 volume Hyundai dealer in Pittsburgh, you can get the Tucson SE with 0% APR for 60 months or get rebates up to $3,000. And don't forget, all new Hyundais come with Hyundai Assurance that are backed by America's best warranty. 10 years, 100,000 miles, powertrain limited warranty. So don't wait. Get to BowserHyundai.com today. Based on 2025 year-end and January 2026 sales results, tax, title, and fees not included. Dealer doc fee of $490 applies. 24 months, 7,500 miles per year with $2,999 due at signing with credit approval and financing through HMFC. Offer ends May 3rd, 2026. BowserHyundai.com. Bowser Hyundai, Route 51 South on top of the hill.
I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg with your KFC weekend weather update. On Saturday, expect overcast skies and cooler temperatures with a chance of a few showers. The high will be 69 degrees. Sunday will be mostly cloudy with a high of 64 degrees. The Colonel made irrationally delicious chicken. He also made irrationally irresponsible decisions about prices. That's why the KFC $7 box feast comes with a KFC snacker, 5 nuggets, fries, and a drink, all for just $7. Prices and participation may vary.
At Liberty Mutual, we love helping people with things like customizing car insurance, just like how we customize a song for you. Catered country tune. Liberty Mutual, saving you bucks by protecting your truck. 'Cause Birdie told me to only pay for what I need. Thank you, Limu. Always trust in Limu with Liberty, 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 Liberty.
When you're handling an estate or an inherited home, the decisions can feel overwhelming. At Homebuyers of Pittsburgh, we help families through this every single week. We make a quick, fair cash offer on the home, coordinate any cleanouts, help you through the process, and we'll buy it in its current condition. No pressure, no surprises. Visit homebuyersoftpittsburgh.com or call 412-500-9057 for help selling today. That's 412-500-9057 for help selling today.
Homebuyers of Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh's local trusted homebuyer since 2015.
Pat Semtek has you covered. Goldberg, Persky, and White, pioneers in asbestos litigation news desk. He's looking ahead. What's he got? Hi, Pat.
Yeah, hi, Colin. We're going to tell you about a Superfan Summit taking place during the draft, and it's all for a good cause. Details coming up at 5:30 on the Voice of Pittsburgh News Radio, KDKA.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. After spending billions to beef up their AI technology offerings, 2 U.S. tech giants are cutting costs by cutting jobs. Meta Platforms, the owner of Facebook and Instagram, telling employees today it plans to slash 10% of its workforce. That's about 8,000 staffers, and it's going to leave 6,000 open jobs unfilled.
Meantime, Microsoft announced plans to offer 7% of its workforce, more than 8,000 long-time, higher-earning staffers, voluntary buyout packages to leave the company. On Wall Street, stocks fell today. Oil rose higher on worries about escalating tensions in Iran, with leaders in Tehran saying that as long as the U.S. naval blockade in the Strait of Hormuz is in place, it will not partake in any peace talks. With that, the Dow today fell 180 points. The Nasdaq was down 219. That's a nearly 1% drop. The S&P lost 30, and oil back above $96 a barrel. Brent crude at $106. Tom Busby, Bloomberg Radio.
It's a match made in heaven. Your drive home and Colin Dunlap. Only on 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
All right, Lee Steinberg, he joined a little bit ago. Here's a little more of what he had to say.
Draft night's my favorite night of the year because you've got, if you're here, you've got a certain number of family and friends around you who've probably been part of the experience for your whole life. And it starts with Pop Warner football. It's my job to suss out with teams exactly who the hot teams are that tell me they'll take the player. Because those are the only teams that are really going to draft. So back in Ben's day, we said Buffalo's coming and Pittsburgh's coming. They're both hot teams for you. So hopefully you've prepared the players so it's not agonizing. Draft time doesn't feel like real time, Colin. It's water torture time. And every minute that passes between those picks, every second seems like a minute. Every minute seems like an hour. And the tension ratchets up. When the player gets picked, there's joy, ecstasy, chaos, and it's an exultant moment where players are tempted to cry. Some do.
How much is it templated out beforehand? Is 1, 2, 3, and 4 already known, or is it very draft to draft?
The only thing that changes the deck is trading. And when you see teams take the whole 8 minutes tonight for their first-round draft pick, it's not because they don't know who they would take, because they've had months to think through every possible layout of what the round looks like when they get to their turn. It's trading. Teams want to move up in the draft to secure a specific player they think will be gone when their turn comes. They want to move down because they don't love the talent where they are and they'd rather aggregate draft picks.
We're in uniquely positioned here in Pittsburgh in that for the first time in a long time, there's an offensive-minded head coach. Does that change things with the organization sort of flow chart, or is too much read into that?
No, it does change things because an offensive coach is going to think offense. Not that he won't think about the rest of roster composition, but his heart is with speedy wide receivers, a great running back, and a franchise quarterback.
When under Cowher and Tomlin, was there a thought with agents, with players, that it is going to be we're not going to try to beat you, 34-27. We're going to try to beat you 10-7 in Pittsburgh for a long time, for pretty much a generation of football fans. Is that accurate?
No, really, if you look at it, Ben Roethlisberger Pittsburgh scored a lot of points.
Right.
And they've had, from, Jerome Bettis on, they've had star players at skilled positions. And they're known for defense in a way, but they have traditionally scored a lot of points.
Hey, Michael Bartley is up next. Man, and he's got a special guest, Roger Goodell's wife. He'll talk to her live. First, let's hit traffic. All right, well, I can't reiterate how great of a job Margot's done today, and always, really. PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, KDKA AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser Chevrolet.
Alrighty, thanks, Colin. Just looking at a tiny bit of brake lights on the outbound side of the Parkway East outbound right before the Squirrel Hill Tunnel. Nothing that'll jam you up too much, though. Also looking at brake lights through the Liberty Tunnel on that outbound side. Other than that, you should be good to go on the outbound lanes. And now to get a feel for the inbound lanes with draft day coverage, here's AAA's Heather Zambito. Heather?
Yeah, thanks, Margot. And you're good to go on the inbound lanes as well. Parkway East inbound, minor slowdown approaching the Squirrel Hill Tunnel. Parkway West inbound, sluggish in the area of Campbell's Run and Ridge Road, but otherwise up to speed to the Fort Pitt Tunnel. Some stop-and-go traffic in the South Hills in the area of West Liberty Avenue and Library Road. Not significantly affecting drive times there. It's just those red lights and a slight increased volume in cars creates a stop-and-go effect on 51 as well. Liberty tubes are crowded, and the Liberty Bridge is jammed across the span as you make your way into downtown. And then additional updates from Pittsburgh Regional Transit. Lots of the park and ride lots are full, and that includes some new ones that have closed, including University Boulevard and the Ross one. But Carnegie, Large, and Wilkinsburg lots still have spots available. Bethel Park and South Hills Village are nearing capacity, but not quite closed. With AAA Traffic, I'm Heather Zambito on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Hey, folks, have you seen those ads that talk about how you can own it, not owe it at CCAC? Well, it's so true. You can own an education that will get you a good job, and you won't owe a ton of money. 81% of CCAC students graduate debt-free. And if you want to go to a 4-year school, you can save thousands by spending your first 2 years at CCAC. Hey, it's time. Check out the programs and this month's scheduled open house events at ccac.edu. CCAC rocks.
It seems like just yesterday when I captured my son's first steps, or when we recorded his soccer games on VHS tapes. Those moments are gone. But the old home movies and pictures don't need to be. That's why my son created Legacy Box.
That's right, Mom. Over 1 million families have used Legacy Box to digitally preserve their old home movies and photos.
Simply fill Legacy Box with your old camcorder tapes, film, and photos. They will professionally digitize and send them back on DVDs, thumb drive, or the cloud.
With Mother's Day around the corner, it's the perfect time to get your Legacy Box and save your family's history. After all, few things are as important as protecting your precious memories. Give your mom a Mother's Day present she'll never forget. Take advantage of our Mother's Day sale, which starts now. It's our best deal of the year. Save up to 60% off. Visit legacybox.com/radio, and for a limited time, get an incredible 60% off your order. That's legacybox.com/radio for 60% off. legacybox.com/radio.
Tomorrow, some of us will wake up and it will be our last day on this earth. It will be unexpected and without warning. Each year, 250,000 people will die from medical malpractice, the third leading cause of death in America. 43,000 will die in a car or truck crash. 6,000 will die working on the job. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan, and we represent many of these families. It's awful. Unfortunately, many times some of these family members are not speaking and never get to say, I'm sorry or goodbye. If you're at odds with a loved one, listen closely. Pick up the phone. Call them. Say you're sorry. I promise a huge burden will be lifted from your heart and your soul will be renewed. Even if you're not wrong in your own mind, it doesn't matter. Death is bad enough. Death without closure and love will follow you the rest of your days. Trust me on this. Morgan & Morgan. Injured? Dial pound law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 79 degrees under partly cloudy skies at Pittsburgh International at 5:30. I'm Pat Septak. After years of planning, the NFL Draft is officially underway. Pittsburgh has been planning for the event for well over a year now, with estimates of up to 700,000 people expected to watch the draft and take part in the various free activities at Point State Park and along the North Shore. Mayor Corey O'Connor says it should be a big day, a big weekend for many local businesses.
I do want to point out all of our local shops and restaurants that are within this zone talking about Pittsburgh, talking about why they're investing in Pittsburgh. So we encourage all Steeler fans to come down this week.
Now, super fans are taking over Pittsburgh ahead of the draft, and one Cleveland fan says it's all about giving back. News Radio KDK's Tamara Rush has the details.
Captain Steve Weber with Nat Tailgaters tells me the event brings rivals together for a bigger purpose, proving football can unite people on and off the field.
So what we do is we choose a homeless shelter in each hosting city, and then they get the benefits from the tailgate.
At the Superfan Summit, fans are coming together for food, music, and team pride, all while raising money for Light of Life Rescue Mission.
Tamira Rush News Radio, KDKA.
Coinciding with the NFL draft, as thousands of people pour into the Golden Triangle, U.S. Steel is unveiling an exhibit at Steel Plaza tomorrow through Sunday. The Forging Our Future exhibit is part of the company's 125-year birthday celebration called Steel on the Move, which will include a nationwide tour designed to bring the story of steel to life. And on Wall Street, the Dow was down 179 points. The NASDAQ closed down 219 points, and the S&P 500 closed down 29 points. KDK Sports brought to you by NASCO Roofing, Pittsburgh's trusted and passionate roofer. Call NASCO Roofing at 412-373-2000. The Pirates and the Rangers wrap up their 3-game series tonight in Arlington, Texas. Our pregame coverage on KDKA Radio begins at 7:10. KDKA Radio News Time is 5:32. Our next update at 6 o'clock. I'm Pat Septak on the Voice of Pittsburgh News Radio, KDKA.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell is the largest family law firm in the country with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. If you or someone you care about is facing a family law issue, let us set up a 1-hour Cordell Consult. The Cordell Consult is a meeting with a local attorney who will give you clear guidance about your options, whether it's a separation, a postnuptial agreement, divorce, or custody. CordellCordell.com.
Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only.
Are you turning 65 and have questions about Medicare? Aetna has Medicare Advantage plans that include prescription drug coverage in Pennsylvania with a $0 monthly plan premium. Plus, the plans include benefits like dental, vision, and hearing. You may also qualify for a monthly credit toward your Part B premium. Call Aetna today at 1-888-76-AETNA to learn more.
Aetna Medicare is an HMO PPO plan with a Medicare contract. Our D-SNPs also have contracts with state Medicaid programs. Enrollment in our plans depends on contract renewal. Plan features and availability may vary by service area.
Don't delay in getting that plumbing repair done. Call Palucci Plumbing today for all of your plumbing needs. From trenchless sewer repair and waterline repairs and replacement, hot water tanks, sewer camera inspections, to Pittsburgh potty repairs, no job is too small for Palucci Plumbing. Owners Amy and Nick Palucci have been in business for 26 years, so give them a call for your next plumbing repair or replacement. Palucci Plumbing, 412-782-5050. That's 412-782-5050. Food for thought in the heart of North Oakland on Craig Street. There's a legend that's been serving up Pittsburgh flavor for 32 years. Meet the Deli King, where homemade corned beef is made fresh every single day and piled high just the way you like it. They don't cut corners, they slice perfection. From the best Reubens in town to deli sandwiches that keep you coming back, this isn't just lunch, it's tradition. Food for Thought Deli, Craig Street, North Oakland. The Deli King, home of Pittsburgh's best deli sandwiches. Come for the corned beef, stay for the crown.
Do you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS like Mark?
I've been doing home remodeling for 30 plus years, but the economy crashed. I wound up losing my home, losing my job, and on top of that, owing the IRS a ton of money. I owed the IRS $114,000. It really, truly was the worst part of my life.
Then Mark found tax relief advocates.
On news radio, I heard about TRA, and I thought, what's the worst that could happen? So I picked up the phone and I called them. When it was all said and done, TRA settled my $114,000 debt for $100, and I'm telling you, I was ecstatic. Could not believe it. Would recommend TRA to anyone.
If you owe 10 or even hundreds of thousands of dollars to the IRS, don't lose hope. Do what Mark did and call TRA for a consultation.
But TRA did. They gave me a second chance, and I'm forever grateful.
Visit TRA.com or call 800-491-9914. 800-491-9914. That's 800-491-9914.
Traffic on the 5s. First day of the draft. Jane Goodell's in the studio. Ooh. From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, KDKA AAA traffic powered by Bowser Chevrolet. Jane loves Margot. Hi, Margot.
All right. Hey, Michael. Taking a look at the outbound lanes of those major roadways, just looking at a few brake lights through the Liberty Tunnel. And as you make your way towards the lower level of the Fort Pitt Bridge, other than that, it should be smooth sailing on the major roadways on most of those outbound lanes. Now to look closer to the North Shore and with some inbound lanes, let's send it to AAA's Heather Zambito. Heather?
Yeah, making your way to the North Shore via the inbound lanes on the major roadways around town. Really kind of smooth sailing, surprisingly. Parkway East inbound, just a minor slowdown approaching the Squirrel Hill Tunnel, otherwise up to speed. On the city side of the Parkway East, as you make your way to downtown, to the North Shore, the Fort Pitt approach, also no delays there. Parkway West inbound sluggish in the area of Campbell's Run and Ridge Road, then a little sluggish in the area of the 79 split. But after that, though, traffic is clear from Green Tree to the Fort Pitt Tunnel. Library Road, West Liberty Avenue, 51, we're seeing some stop-and-go traffic in that area. Liberty Tube's a little crowded. Liberty Bridge is jammed across the span as folks make their way to the downtown exits. But other than that, really, we are looking at a good flow chart of traffic heading into town. With AAA Traffic, I'm Heather Zambito on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Thunder shower in spots early on, otherwise partly cloudy tonight, low 58. Very warm tomorrow, maybe an afternoon thunderstorm, high 82. Periods rain tomorrow night, low 60. Couple of showers Saturday, high 69, and then clouds break for some sun Sunday. For AccuWeather, I'm John Fierk, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Tune in this Sunday morning at 8 for the Coons Cooking Hour with Rob Pratt and the Coons Market team when they discuss pork recipes for inside and outside cooking. It's the Coons Cooking Hour, presented by Coons Market, your hometown Pittsburgh grocer.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at KennyRoss.com.
Unapologetic in his talk. It's Michael Bartley on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Who's more powerful than the NFL commissioner on draft day one? His wife is, that's who. This is Michael Bartley, live from the KDKA studios this evening. The First Lady of the NFL, my dear friend, Jane Goodell. How many years have we known each other?
First Lady.
What? The First Lady?
No, that's always be the Pat Rooneys and the Virginia McCaskies and the Martha
You
Ford.
did that show with them. Wait, okay. Jane Goodell is here. I'm so... Wait, we started anchoring the news, co-anchoring in like mid-90s, you know?
Yes, we were...
In Milwaukee.
In Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And I remember it really well because my first day, the news business is tough.
I know.
And so you don't really go into the business to make friends. And I walked in, and who has 1,000 friends everywhere? Mike Bartley. Everyone.
I was Mike Bartley in Milwaukee. Oh, my God.
He was very established and respected and hilarious.
Wait.
You could do like a crazy, goofy story about us, sausages and brats at
Bratwurst at
the Brewers game.
Miller, at the Brewers game.
But then he could turn around and do like this incredible political story or, a terrible
it didn't matter.
multi-murder.
It didn't matter.
He was so good.
I was a young, cute little gay reporter, but guess what? And we started anchoring together. Guess what? And they were like, "Who is that?" And your brown, gorgeous eyes. Okay, this is making me really mad. Well, first of all, you love doing radio now, huh?
Yeah, well, I
Isn't
don't
it
do
wonderful?
I wish I did
know.
it more.
But you
It's
did
very
some in New York, you
freeing.
said. It is.
I feel like I would get in trouble, though, because I would lose all my inhibition. Television, you feel like everyone's watching you.
I know.
Is my hair looking good? Is my lipstick on correctly?
Radio's a blast.
Yes, it's much more freeing and
Speaking of your hair, I'm 64 and I look 64. You're younger than I am. You look like you're 28, and that's really making me mad.
Well, it was funny because when we were paired together, you were like 30 years older than me, and I thought I thought it was odd.
Oh my God!
No, but you didn't let me finish the story, so I come and I'm new and I'm very nervous, and I really was a baby. I walked into that newsroom in Milwaukee at like 26 years old or something like that, and everybody loves Mike Bartley. Mike Bartley is the king of Milwaukee.
No,
and you were kind of in like a tight-knit group there, and
I was nice to you.
You were kind of nice. It took,
we ended up being so close.
I know, but I had to break down.
I was only mad at you once.
wall.
Do you remember?
Yes,
you
I
broke
remember.
there was no. What you do?
Yes.
I was only mad at you once. You ready?
I know.
The Packers.
I know.
Oh, you knew it.
Yes,
Wait.
you told me.
Shut up. Wait a minute. I just told the commissioner's wife to shut up. Wait, the Packers, it was 1997, and they were in the Super Bowl against the New England Patriots.
Yep.
And guess who got the assignment in New Orleans? Not me. I had the tenure, but Miss Gorgeous Jane Goodell, I didn't speak to you for 2 weeks.
Well,
and you accused me of 2 months. It was only 2 weeks.
Well, here's another, you don't get mad very often, but here's what I tried to do. I tried to lean in, right? That's what they tell you. They always send the guys to cover everything.
And you were so
good.
good.
I was like, I could cover the Packers. I wasn't married to Roger then. But I grew up a massive sports fan, as you know.
I know.
And I can cover the Packers. Is all we've been doing for
you were phenomenal.
the entire season. We covered so much Packer news. Been to Green Bay, where was at all the playoff games. So I went in, I made the case like you're supposed to do as a young woman. And I said, I think I should go because you never send a woman. And she said, you're on.
You're on.
But I didn't think that you
I didn't
were
speak.
not
I didn't speak to her for 2 weeks either. Our boss.
I thought we were going together.
Oh my God.
And we're going to do our show from New Orleans.
Oh,
and
man.
then, I cried.
I know. No. It was so funny.
I worked so hard to get.
And I was like, Jane, I'm not mad at you. And you were like, well, I kind of felt like you were being passive aggressive. I said, that's me. Wait, Jane. Okay, wait. Here we go. Wait, I was nervous you weren't going to get here today. Your flight was delayed.
I just came in from downtown.
All right. Okay. Downtown. Wait a minute. Hold
downtown
on.
is
Hold on.
rocking. But
wait.
The craziest part was I left downtown about 40 minutes ago, and George, who was giving me a lift, said, I have never seen it like this. The Parkway, empty.
Oh, no. Because everybody's doing public transportation.
Yeah,
okay, did you notice downtown? Hold on. Wait, did you notice how gorgeous my city looks right now?
So nice. It's
But you've been here, but wait, you've been here with me many times.
I know. Season when it's freezing, so
I know.
I've never been on an 80-degree
Remember
day.
that game we went to? We had dinner in Mount Washington, and we went. Roger wasn't the commissioner then either.
No.
He was head of owner relations or something, right?
Yeah, no, he was like a head of business development.
I think. That was it. Okay.
Yeah, and I left him at home with our infant twins.
And I dropped you.
I came to the game with
I dropped you off at the William Penn. Oh my God! And I was so depressed because the Steelers lost. But wait, Jane, I wanted to ask you.
But
this,
who?
What? Who? What?
Well, maybe I wouldn't make any friends here.
What?
But
what?
Who called who was going to win that game?
I'd never forget. I said, okay, I'm just telling you right now. Oh, wait, remember we went to see Patricia Rooney? And she put us in a box, and she was like, okay, you guys, you guys going to be okay?
It was really snowing.
It was snowing and freezing cold. I think that was 2002,
and I was
2003.
Because I grew up in Chicago,
Yeah.
but you were like crying, you were like whimpering. It was so embarrassing. And then I was like, oh, Mrs.
False.
Rooney.
Wait,
no.
Wait, oh my God, Jane, but oh man, I was so sad. But does the draft stuff, being married to the commissioner, ever get old for you?
No, what's so amazing about the draft is it's the one time where you see fans from opposing teams who are in the same building screaming their heads off, but not at each other. Like, they're just all so excited to be there. It's like a brand new start for every team, right? Roger likes to say we're all 0-0.
Roger said yesterday he opened a new field that my alma mater, Central Catholic's going to use yesterday with Art Rooney and all of them. Nice. And Roger said the NFL draft is his favorite day of the year.
It's true.
Have you heard him say that before?
A lot. He says it a lot. And he was just in Australia, and he's been working a lot this spring, and he's really tired this weekend. And I said, how are you feeling about going to the draft? And he was kind of laying on the couch, asleep with the dog. Yeah. And I knew he was burned out. And he said, I can't wait. I'm so lucky.
Wow.
Because, not only do you see the fans have that just like explosion of enthusiasm, and now everybody gets dressed up.
I know.
And, it's also colorful too, because it's all 32 teams are represented in jerseys and everything. But he gets that moment with those young men. I mean, think about it, 22 years old or 21, 23, 24. And they've worked their whole lives. Their families have put things to the side for these kids, and that's the moment that he gets to experience with them. They hug him, they pick him up, whatever.
Yep.
They cry. So I think, how could you not love that?
I know. That is so cool. All right, we have to do our Margot, hit the draft news. You ready?
Time now for an update from the KDKA Draft Information Desk.
Ready?
Powered by Bowser Chevrolet. And
You ready,
brought to you
Janie
by
Poo?
Generator Supercenter of Pittsburgh. And by Sniper and Harmony Organic Insect Control.
Why are you laughing already? Okay, guess what? You know what my draft news is?
What?
Jane Goodell is going to throw to traffic right now. Traffic on the 5s.
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, it's KDKA AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser Chevrolet. Hey, Margot.
All right, thanks, Jane. Taking a look at the outbound lanes of those major roadways. Like they said, they've never seen the Parkway clear, but that is what it is right now. Not seeing too many delays on any of those outbound routes, so it is smooth sailing. Now let's see how the inbound routes look like with AAA's Heather Zambito. Heather?
Yeah, thanks, Marco. And the inbound routes are also smooth sailing. Parkway East inbound, just a minor slowdown approaching the Squirrel Hill Tunnel. On the city side, traffic is clear from the tunnel to the Fort Pitt approach. Now, in the Fort Pitt approach, there is a disabled vehicle just before Stanwyck Street, so watch out for that. It's not slowing traffic and creating a delay, but you are going to have to watch out for that vehicle and move into the next lane. Parkway West inbound sluggish in the area of Campbell's Run and Ridge Road. Then again, approaching the 79 split. After that, though, traffic is clear. We're seeing some bumper-to-bumper traffic on the Liberty Bridge, stretching back into the Liberty Tubes and a little bit onto Library Road and West Liberty Avenue, 51, but not drastically affecting drive times there either. With AAA Traffic, I'm Heather Zambito on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to Colin Dunlap on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance.
For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-350-5858. That's 1-800-350-5858. Or go to SelectQuote.com. 1-800-350-5858. That's 1-800-350-5858.
SelectQuote. We shop. You save. Full details on example policies at selectquote.com/commercials.
Kid Rock, a celebration 250 years in the making. Freedom 250 Tour, The Road to Nashville. Saturday, June 20th at the Pavilion at Star Lake. The American Badass, Kid Rock with John Party.
Got a little dirt on my boots, but I'm taking you uptown tonight.
Get tickets now at livenation.com. The ultimate American party, Kid Rock.
Growing a brand is hard, but reaching the right customers shouldn't be. Meet Outcomes from Viant. We've built an intelligent platform that handles the complexity of digital advertising for you. Powered by advanced AI, we help your brand show up in the right places at the right time and ensure that every dollar you spend leads to a real business result. It's smarter advertising made simple. Visit Viant.ai.
For the best view of the draft, it's Lamont. Celebrate with Lamont's City of Champions menu April 21st through the 26th. Watch the draft from Lamont's TVs and excellent sound system. Avoid the crowds and traffic. Regular menu not available. Visit LamontPittsburgh.com/upcoming.
Okay. From the Goldberg, Persky, and White Pioneers and Asbestos Litigation News Desk, here's a look ahead at the 6 o'clock news. Pat Septak, Jane Goodell's favorite newscaster.
Hey, Pat.
Yes, Jane.
Hi.
That's quite a compliment. Well, coming up, we're going to tell you how busy it's been at Pittsburgh International Airport as thousands of visitors continue to arrive for the draft. That's coming up at 6 on the Voice of Pittsburgh News Radio, KDKA.
Is
He's downright entertaining. And he's on the voice of Pittsburgh. Michael Bartley, 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Welcome back. I'll tell you what, Pittsburgh is shining. I've never been so proud of my city. Jane Goodell loves Pittsburgh. Roger Goodell's wife, the first lady of the NFL. We go back 35 years. Jane, I know people want to talk to you, but I am only taking one phone call in this segment. You ready?
It's Roger telling us to shut it down before we can tell
get her out of there,
stories.
Bartley. Get her out of there now. All right, wait. One phone call. His name is Jim from the North Side. Hi, Jim.
Hi, Jane.
Hi, Jim.
Hi, Michael.
Hi, Jimmy.
How are you?
Good.
Jane, do you want to go over to Gus and Yaya's and get an icy ball with me?
It's Jimmy Rooney.
Rooney. Oh, Jim Rooney texted me this morning about his mom's fountain. And literally, Jim, I was driving in my car, got out of my car, saw your text. I had just been thinking about the fountain because I couldn't remember whether they named it Patricia Regan Rooney. Is that what they named the fountain?
I think they just put an R there.
Yeah.
R. I don't think the city wanted to pay for all those letters.
Can I tell both of you, Jane, that when you were here to do the big show with all the matriarchs of the NFL, Pat Rooney, Mrs. Ford,
this is the sweater I'm wearing today, a lifetime of Sundays.
A lifetime of Sundays. Jim, Jane calls me. She says, "I'm coming to Pittsburgh. I have to do the interview with Mrs. Rooney," and then they spent the whole day. And I said, "Where did she take you?" And Jane's like, "The coolest place ever, the ice ball stand in the North Side." I said, "You went to Gus and Yaya's, Jim? That's so cool, isn't it?"
It was fantastic. But I got to say, Jane is very savvy. So the way that whole movie went down is she would ask, one of those amazing women if they would do something, and they were all,
Wait, should we explain what this is, Jim?
Yeah, go ahead.
We should explain what this is for anybody who doesn't know. I did a documentary a few years ago called A Lifetime of Sundays, and what I want for the 100th anniversary of the NFL, and what I wanted to do was do it from the perspective of 4 legendary NFL women, as opposed to we would naturally see it from the viewpoint of a man. And so I picked 4 female owners in their 80s and 90s who had seen this incredible institution go from essentially a car dealership in Canton, Ohio, to what it is today. And so Jim's mom, Pat Rooney, was one of the 4. It was Virginia McCaskey from the Bears and
Virginia Ford.
Martha Ford from the Lions.
I'm sorry, Martha Ford.
And Norma Hunt from the Chiefs. So go ahead, Jim. So that's just the background.
Yeah.
So, all these women are so amazing, but they're very reticent. They'd always let their husbands take the spotlight, but they have these amazing lives. But they'd originally say, "Oh, Jane, I don't know. I don't want to be on camera. I don't want to spend that time."
Or they just say no.
Segment, right? Jane would call me, and I had to, convince my mother to do it. Then she'd call me back, and she'd say, "Okay, that's great. Can you have your mother call Mrs. McCaskey, Mrs. Ford?"
Are you kidding? Wait, that's the truth.
But can I tell the best story about Jim Rooney the day of shooting? So we come to shoot, and, actually the movie wouldn't have happened without Pat Rooney because they were very reticent. I like to say that those women are from the generation of it's like kind of all about community and family and team. And we live in a generation of me. So I just assumed they were going to say, "Oh, sure, I want to tell my story and talk about me." And they didn't. Because they said, I'm good. I lived a great life, and I'm going to stay in this, on the sidelines. But your mom was the one. I went to all 4 of them. They all 4 said no. And then your mom was the one when I went back again who said, Jane, okay, I'll do it. And then once once I had one, then the others fell into place. But so we come to Pittsburgh. We're shooting at your family's house. It is, how hot was it that day? It was hot.
I mean, it was like 102 degrees.
It was humid.
Yeah.
It was so hot. Your mom at the time was probably 84, 85 maybe. And we were.
I think she was 86, right?
Was she? Oh man! And we were shooting in your house, which is a beautiful historic house, and the air conditioning is not great in there. And Wait, are we taking a break?
We have to do traffic. Jim,
okay,
can you hang with us for a minute?
Note, the
Jim.
story about Jim Rooney.
All right, hold on.
Up.
Oh, no. We're going to do it right after Jim. Stay there, okay, Jim?
You're really going to hold the audience.
All right,
for that.
Jim, stay there, Jane. You have to finish this, but we have to do traffic. All right, Jim, stay right there. Don't you move. Thanks. Jim Rooney on the line with Jane Goodell. Oh, this is bad. From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, KDK AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser Chevrolet.
Margo!
Thank you, Jane and Michael. Looking at the outbound routes of the major roadways, just looking at a few brake lights on the Parkway West outbound as you make your way towards the lower deck of the Fort Pitt Tunnel. Also, looking at a few brake lights on the Parkway East outbound, starting a tiny bit before the Squirrel Hill Tunnel. Now, to look at those inbound routes, let's send it to AAA's Heather Zambito. Heather?
Thanks, Margo. Yeah, it's still looking pretty good on the major roadways right now heading into town. Parkway East inbound, a minor slowdown approaching the Squirrel Hill Tunnel, but not drastically affecting your drive times there. On the city side, traffic is clear from the tunnel to the Fort Pitt approach. Crews are in the process of removing one disabled vehicle near Stanwyck Street, so just use caution there. Parkway West inbound sluggish in the area of Campbell's Run and Ridge Road. Then again at the 79 split. After that, though, traffic is clear to the Fort Pitt Tunnel on the inbound Parkway West. Some updates from Pittsburgh Regional Transit. Several of the parking ride lots are full, including University Boulevard and Ross, but the Carnegie, Large, and Wilkinsburg lots still have about half of their spots available. Bethel Park and South Hills Village, though, are nearing capacity. With AAA Traffic, I'm Heather Zambito on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Every Tuesday morning at 7:20, listen for Inside Independence Health, a look at all things healthcare with the experts from Independence Health System. It's brought to you by Independence Health System. Expert care here.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us.
Dial #law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for mom.
Hello, this is Lester Botkin, Chief Investment Officer of Botkin Family Wealth Management. I've been lucky in my life, and I'm grateful to the clients who've helped make our family-owned business a success. But like most of us, my beginnings were far from glamorous. Julie and I got married after I'd spent 3 years in college and 5 years in the Marine Corps. She worked full-time to support us both while I was finishing my degree. One day, we got caught in a major hailstorm. Hail the size of golf balls nearly destroyed our car. When the insurance check arrived, we used it to pay down Julie's student loans and drove that badly dented car around for 4 years. We didn't have much back then, but we had each other, and remembering those years makes me appreciate the blessings we have today. At Botkin Family Wealth Management, we're interested in hearing your story, because understanding your beginnings is an important part of appreciating what it took to get where you are today. Visit us at botkinfamilywealth.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
Hi, Paul Alexander here to let you know the KDKA has planned a fabulous 5-day Arizona getaway this September, and it's filling up fast. My wife Shelley and I want you to join us for an unforgettable trip based in beautiful Flagstaff, a relaxed mountain town that makes the perfect home base. From there, we'll explore the incredible red rocks of Sedona, travel by rail to the breathtaking Grand Canyon, a bucket list spot that everyone needs to see at least once. And then we'll take in the stunning scenery around Lake Powell with its deep blue water and wide open views. It's the perfect mix of sightseeing, natural beauty, and plenty of time to just enjoy where we are. And September is truly the sweet spot. Comfortable weather, no summer crowds, and everything planned for you. No guessing, no stress. Just show up and enjoy Arizona. Space is limited. Seats are disappearing quickly. Visit travelwithkdk.com or call 800-383-3131. Again, travel with KDK.com or call 800-383-3131. Can't wait to see you there.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA-FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 79 degrees and fair at Pittsburgh International at 6 o'clock. I'm Pat Septak. The news is brought to you by PJ Fitzpatrick with their famous lifetime warranty on materials and labor. Trust PJ.com. Well, it's been a very busy couple of days at Pittsburgh International Airport with thousands of visitors coming in for the draft. Colin Dunlap spoke with the airport's public affairs director, Bob Kurlick, about the activities they have at the airport for incoming draft goers.
I'm looking at our data right now. We have about 18,000 people coming in, give or take a couple hundred. Tomorrow again. Yesterday we had about 17,000 coming in. But really, it was really neat to see coming in because you just see NFL jerseys from all across the league coming in. Tons and tons of Steelers jerseys, of course, but really teams of all kinds. And we have this activation with a mock podium and draft stage that we have set up right in the arrival section and right next to the Franco Harris statue. And there was a line yesterday evening about let's say 25 people deep of people waiting in line to get their picture at that mock podium, and the same thing with the Franco Harris statues.
And he says those visitors are not just from around the country, but from around the world, coming as far as Australia for the NFL draft in Pittsburgh. Rivalries are taking a back seat in Pittsburgh this week as NFL superfans come together for a cause. From jerseys to friendly trash talk, the Superfan Summit is turning competition into community. Steve Weber with Nat Tailgaters tells KDKA radio fans from across the league they're uniting for more than team pride. They are using the spotlight of the NFL draft to give back.
This is our Super Bowl. We come to every draft, no matter where it's at. And we host a tailgate on Friday for the Superfan Tailgate Summit. And we are hosting that tailgate for the Light of Life Rescue Mission, homeless shelter here in Pittsburgh.
Now, the summit is set for tomorrow from 1 to 5 at 1103 Western Avenue on the north side. Pittsburgh's NFL draft spotlight is going to the dogs, literally, as local rescue pups get their shot at a forever home. News Radio KDKA's Tamara Rush has the details.
HARP will showcase 11 adoptable dogs during Day 3 of the NFL Draft in a unique partnership. Director of Marketing Michelle Frenier tells KDKA Radio some pups are named after legendary Steelers draft picks, including an 8-year-old dog named Ben Roethlisberger.
He is definitely a standout for somebody who is, looking to bring that veteran kind of personality to their home. He's lovable. He loves his people. He loves treats. He's a loyal companion. So we see him as truly one of the best picks in the bird.
Other pup picks include Jerome Bettis, Terry Bradshaw, and Franco Harris. Fans can watch the adoptable draft picks take the stage during Saturday's draft festivities. Tamira Rush, News Radio, KDKA.
On Wall Street, the Dow closed down 179 points. The Nasdaq closed down 219 points. And the S&P 500 closed down 29. KDKA Sports brought to you by NASCO Roofing, Pittsburgh's trusted and passionate roofer. Call NASCO Roofing at 412-373-2000. The Pirates and the Rangers wrap up their 3-game series tonight in Arlington, Texas. Our pregame coverage begins in just a little over an hour from now at 7:10 right here on KDKA. KDKA Radio News Time is 6:04. Time to call Dana Schmidt and Michael Coleman at One Health Benefits at 724-799-8873 for the right health insurance plan that can save you thousands. It's fair and 79 degrees in Pittsburgh. KDKA AAA traffic and the AccuWeather forecast next.
Life-changing medicine is happening every day at UPMC Heart and Vascular Institute.
We have the luxury to be bold, to continue to be pioneers in the world for innovative heart care.
We are the place of discovery. Literally, the world experts in cardiac care are in this institution.
By combining technology, research, and the latest innovations, patients from all over the world come to UPMC.
Because of the expertise that exists here at UPMC, it allows us to take on patients that have been turned down at other centers.
We offer unique heart procedures that you cannot get anywhere else.
One of our founding mantras is that compassion has to be at the forefront of everything that we do.
From leading the region in cardiac procedures to being the only center in the state to offer integrated women's health and heart care, UPMC is pioneering life-changing cardiac care every day. Your heart care matters. Visit upmc.com/heart to learn more.
KDKA traffic on the 5.
It is draft drive time. Yes, indeed. The rush is on from the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, KDK AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser Chevrolet. Margot, we need to get Jane Goodell back to her. I better not get in trouble because you're going to be late, Jane.
Oh, because you think I do the first pick?
Oh, yeah.
Roger Goodell is not giving that up.
We know that one. All right, go ahead, Margot.
All right, thank you, guys. It will look like she'll be there on time. The major roadways are not looking bad at all. It's looking better than an afternoon rush even. Just looking at a disabled vehicle on the Parkway West outbound right before the exit towards Stanwyck Street. With AAA Traffic, I'm Margot Rensel on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
A thunder shower in spots this evening. Partly cloudy tonight, low 58. Very warm tomorrow with an afternoon thunderstorm, high 82. Some rain tomorrow night. A couple of showers around Saturday, high 69. Then dry for Sunday. For AccuWeather, I'm John Feerick, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
She's back. Join Dr. Bridget Schufo at 9 this Sunday morning and see how her wellness and weight loss help you get rid of excess weight and, more importantly, keep it off with a healthy lifestyle. It's Dr. Schufo's Health and Wellness Show this Sunday at 9 a.m.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
You've heard the stories. Now talk about them with Michael Bartley. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
All right, it's draft day. Look who's here. Jane Goodell continues with me. And Jimmy Rooney. Jimmy's on the line. Okay, Jane, you were in the middle of a story. We had to go to traffic. Go ahead.
I know. What's up with this? You guys got traffic, you got sports, you got news.
It's busy. We got to pay the bills.
Okay, super quick for anybody who just joined. I did a documentary a few years ago with 4 iconic women in the NFL, 4 owners. Female owners who were in their 80s and 90s talking about the history of the league for 100 years. One of them was Pat Rooney, Jim Rooney's mom. So I came to shoot, and it was stifling hot. We were late August in Pittsburgh. We did an hour-and-a-half interview in her historic home, which the AC, sorry, Jim, is just not great in that house. It was really hot. And your mom was well into her mid-80s at the time. And I thought, oh, gosh, we have a whole rest of the afternoon to shoot. We're going to go over to the beautiful fountain that she is working on refurbishing. And it's really important to her. And we want to shoot her there. But I don't know what to do. And I look out on your mom's porch, and you're out there, like, pacing with the producer and the cameraman. He's going back and forth. And I'm like, what is happening? And so I walk out in the stifling heat, and you both are dripping in sweat. And I learned that you were a little bit afraid of your mom. Because you said,
Jimmy Rooney?
I don't think we should shoot today, Jane. You should stay over. We'll do it tomorrow. You have to tell her.
And what happened? What happened, Jim?
And I said, oh, I've learned something valuable. Jim is afraid of his mom. And I went into the kitchen, and Mrs. Rooney was there. She was getting a little iced tea, relaxing a little, cooling off. And I said, Mrs. Rooney, it's really hot. I'm happy to stay over. We can do it tomorrow. She took a beat, silence, and she said, tomorrow is game day.
Oh, wow.
We're not shooting on game day. Mind you, we would be shooting in the morning, and it was a preseason game. But that, to me, crystallized your mom and just her, dedication, passion. It was just, I don't have to tell you, Jim, but a way of life that she just was not going to disrupt game day.
Hey, Jim, you know what? When Jane's telling that about your mother, and we're thinking about your mom and dad, what do you think they'd be saying about the NFL draft tonight at 8 o'clock and how gorgeous our city looks? They would be so happy. I know they're looking down. They're looking down, Jim. You know that.
Well, we've been texting with Roger and just saying, how proud both of them would be to see the north side tonight and see all of the city. And, Roger's just been amazing making this happen. And I know Roger doesn't get anything done without Jane. So
nice try.
Jane runs the NFL.
But the weather gods, too. It's gorgeous out. So.
I know, Jim. It's so nice.
One thing I got to say, I don't know if I'm plugging. I'll get in trouble with the NFL for this, but
go for it.
The fountain is on the Pit all the time.
Oh, it is. Do you know the show The Pit?
Oh, it is.
Do you watch The Pit, Jane?
Yeah, no, I haven't watched it yet, but now I will.
Oh,
yeah. Watch it.
Because that's at Allegheny General Hospital. It's AGH, the Allegheny General, which is over there by the park, Jane. Wait, you do remember going to the ice ball stand with Pat Rooney?
With Gus? We have pictures. Jim sends me at least once a year.
Oh.
We get he sends me this best picture of his mom and Gus and
That's
me.
so wonderful. Jim, thanks so much. This was so wonderful. Jane's face, I wish you could see it light up when you called Jim.
Well, Jane, we love you. We're so glad you're here, and thanks to you and Roger for making Pittsburgh the best city in the world today.
Well, the people make it the best, so thank you. I love you, too.
Well, I'm glad you're showing them worldwide.
Exactly. Jim, thanks so much. Jim Rooney. All right. Thank you so much. You bet. Absolutely. Jane, what do you have to do tonight when you get down there?
So I'm wearing my Lifetime of Sundays T-shirt because you can still watch that movie, by the way. Did you know that? If you go to NFL.com.
Oh, I was going to ask you. Yeah. I want people to see that.
And it's free. You don't have to pay for it.
You go to NFL.com and it's...
You just put A Lifetime of Sundays in there. It's only like an hour and 10 minutes.
It's wonderful. It was so good.
You'll cry a little.
It was so good.
So tonight we have, I kind of like helped to man the green room. There's a lot of M&Ms back there. Roger likes a huge supply of M&Ms and Chardonnay for like later on in the night. He can't do it. We can't have Chardonnay when he's doing the names because I showed you, I brought this pronunciation list.
Oh, look at that.
He really studies up, so he can't do that. But, and then we have often when the guys get picked, they will come back to say hi and to kind of like almost decompress and try to say, was that real? After they hug him on the stage and they come back and they're with their families. And I was telling you earlier, Mike, that like oftentimes the moms are really crucial to like, they've all lived this with these young men and this is the biggest day of their lives. And the moms will sometimes pull me aside and say, I'm a rookie too, right?
Oh, really? They're probably so nervous, right? Yeah.
So nervous. They don't know what to expect. They're going to a team maybe across the country. They don't know what to expect. So you know who I often call is Cam Hayward's mom.
Oh, really?
She has like just lived it through all her guys. And she's so nice and so thoughtful. And she will call them, give them her number and say, text me if you need me. It's going to be up and down. That's the way this life is. Great days, not great days. And I'm here for you. And I will, if I know anybody at that team, I'll introduce you. So that's actually a really like interesting and beautiful part of it is you get to know the families a little bit more and then you'll run into them, right? Down the road. And then we have also like often they have a Make-A-Wish child do a pick. So that family will often come back. Then we have legends too. So we have Cam Hayward, Lynn Swan, the Bus, a bunch of great, Curtis Martin, a bunch of like Pittsburgh guys will come.
And it'll be, I was looking at some of the local news today. It'll be predominantly Steelers fans, I think, right? Because it's Pittsburgh. I mean, but when you see it come together, can you see every team represented from all around the country, all over, and people they're coming from Europe, all around the world to see this thing.
Green Bay last year, plus the weather was so cold last year, and we had met people from Australia, from Europe. It was wild. And what they do is just pretty cool, and you'll see it on TV. But in the kind of floor right out in front of the stage, they give sections to each of the teams, and those teams can bring in like their 12 wildest super fans. So there are 32 little boxes of just kind of like crazy fans who go all out with the outfits and body paint and hats and that kind of stuff. They're on the floor. I went actually last year in Green Bay. I had a couple of friends who were from there, and I went and sat with them down there, and it was a blast. Really loud. Really fun.
Do you get nervous at all for Roger at all? No. Because it's just probably...
Well, the year before last, he had just had back surgery, and his surgeon said, you can't go to the NFL draft.
What?
And he said, I'm going to the NFL draft, doc. I don't care. And he said, no one can hug you then. I'll let you go. But no, he's like, I'm sorry, I'm going. And they're hugging me. So that was the only year I got very nervous that
Was he in pain? Was he in pain that night?
Yeah, he wasn't feeling great. And I was just nervous someone's going to like knock a vertebrae out or something.
Wow.
But he survived.
All right, I'm doing traffic. Now, we told your security team that you were leaving here.
Security
team. It's 6:15. So you're staying one more segment, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
We just heard the traffic is
It's fine.
light.
Yeah. So why? All you have to do is go downtown. It's a couple exits. That's fine.
We're going downtown.
Oh my God! Settle down. Wait. So Roger's pacing right now and saying, "Where is my wife? Bartley is dead. Bartley is dead."
No, you know what I thought when you did that interview? I have to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I listened to the interview the two of you
with
did.
Roger a couple weeks ago.
A couple weeks ago, and I actually got teary-eyed because you both love Pittsburgh so much.
I know.
And he kept calling you Bartley, which
I know,
thought
which was the cutest thing ever.
I call you, but the funny thing is, my friends ask me this a lot. Why doesn't he call you by your first name? He's forever. We've been married almost 30 years.
Yeah.
He calls me Skinner.
I call you Skinner too.
Yeah,
I mean, I've always called you Skinner, and you've called me Bartley, and that's why he does it.
Well, that's what I call you to your face.
I know. You do boo, boo, boo. All right, wait, stay there. We're doing one more segment, and I have my Jane Skinner, Roger Goodell story. When you got into we went to dinner in New York. Okay, hold on. You'll like it. All right, wait. Okay, from the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, it's KDKA AAA Traffic. Go, Jane. Powered by
Bowser Chevrolet. Margot.
All right, thanks, Jane and Michael. Taking a look at the major roadways, the inbound lanes mostly are clear. Just looking at a few brake lights on the Parkway East inbound as you make your way towards the Squirrel Hill Tunnel, but nothing that'll back you up too much. Both sides of the Liberty Tunnel also have a few slowdowns. Again, nothing too bad. The Parkway West inbound, again, just a few brake lights as you make your way towards the Fort Pitt Tunnel. And if you are heading towards the West End Bridge, which is the best way to get to the North Shore, the only brake lights I'm seeing is on that outbound lane. So if you're trying to get to the draft, that is the way to go. With AAA Traffic, I'm Margot Rensel on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
I'm Bob Burke, founder and chairman of Burke America Parts Group, a family of brands that includes RepairClinic.com, an appliance and HVAC parts solution company that's grown into an international brand. Before AmericanEagle.com, we partially launched a new technology platform developed by another firm. American Eagle helped take our technology to a whole new level with digital marketing, software development, and business insights into our key markets, appliances, HVAC, and outdoor power equipment, and did so both on time and on budget. AmericanEagle.com has the resources, experience, and talent needed to produce solutions. Our new technology platform, developed by AmericanEagle.com, has produced tremendous results with higher traffic, conversion, engagement, and online revenue. If you have any home repairs you need to take care of, check us out at RepairClinic.com. If you need a world-class website or technology project, then I would highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 773-NETWORK. That's AmericanEagle.com, 773-NETWORK.
I never thought of myself as the type to settle down. Never knew where the team's next lunch was coming from. But then I met you, Easy Cater.
Workplaces everywhere are saying, I do want delicious food at work. And they're ordering from beloved restaurants with Easy Cater.
You were reliable. You had great options for every budget, even when marketing ops did keto again. We got through that together. With you, it's just so easy. Easy Cater, will you keep showing up at my workplace forever?
Find love at first lunch. Order at easycater.com.
And Doug.
There's nowhere I wouldn't go to help someone customize and save on car insurance with Liberty Mutual, even if it means playing in a football game.
Boom! 42! You're going down, Doug.
Oh, yeah? Your price on car insurance when you customize and save is going down.
Hey!
Limu? What are you doing on their team? Only pay for what you need at LibertyMutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell, definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit information kit. 800-948-7878. That's 800-948-7878.
Make 380 Auction of Murraysville your next stop for all your spring needs. Great prices on vegetable and flower flats. The fresh produce comes in weekly. 380 Auction has name brand furniture, tools, automotive supplies, pet supplies, lawn and garden, toys, food, and new items arriving daily. 380 Auction is open Tuesday through Sunday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 724-339-3132. That's 724-339-3132, or log on to shop380.com and save.
Join Beth Andrews for the Net Worth Financial Hour Saturdays at 1 to get the news and information you need to make your retirement dream a reality. That's the Net Worth Financial Hour with Beth Andrews, Saturdays at 1. Net Worth Advisors, LLC is a registered investment advisor.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast.
Pump up the volume.
When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
From the Goldberg, Persky, and White Pioneers and Asbestos Litigation News Desk, here's a look ahead at 6:30 News. Pat.
Yeah, Michael, at least one group is planning to protest during the NFL draft tonight. Not against the draft itself, but against ICE. Details coming up at 6:30 on the Voice of Pittsburgh, News Radio KDKA.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. Over the past 4 weeks, as the spring home buying season kicked into high gear, new listings of homes for sale in the U.S. rose 3% from a year ago, a healthy increase according to Redfin. And it comes as Freddie Mac reported today that mortgage rates have edged lower for a third week in a row, down to 6.23% for a 30-year fixed. An earnings beat after the bell today from Intel, and it gave a strong sales forecast for the current quarter, benefiting from the build-out of artificial intelligence infrastructure. Earlier on Wall Street, stocks were lower. Oil closed higher, above $96 a barrel, on rising tensions in Iran. And as long as the U.S. Navy's blockade of the Strait of Hormuz continues, Tehran says it refuses to take part in any peace negotiations. That sent the Dow down 180 points, the Nasdaq down 219, the S&P lost 30. And Netflix looking to appease unhappy shareholders by buying back $25 billion worth of its own stock to increase each share's value. Tom Busby, Bloomberg Radio.
It's Michael Bartley on the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Oh, my God. Jane, you're killing me. I can't stand this right now. Wait. All right, we have two real quick stories. Do you remember when? Oh, here's a good jam. This is our day. This is our music. Jane, when we wait,
Speak
hold
for yourself,
wait,
old
I know.
man.
Stop. Wait. So we went. Remember we went to see Kinky Boots in New York?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
And it was a matinee. We went out to dinner, and you laughed so hard, so I left you, and there was an NFL car across the street, and the guy was like, "Oh, hi, Mrs. Goodell," and I walked you across the street, and I'm like, "Okay, I'll see you."
You make me sound really fancy.
And I was and I was like, "Okay, I'll see you. I love you," and you're like, "I love you too," and we kissed each other, and you got in the car, and he said, "You know, Mrs. Goodell, I never met your husband, but he's a little heavier than I thought he was."
I don't remember.
What was I, a big fatso? Was I in New York?
I don't remember. Did we kiss on the lips? I don't remember.
I think we did.
I don't know why he
Wait,
thought
what was
you
your
were my
last
husband.
story?
My story was when Mike and I got paired as news anchors. The sports guy one day, like 2 minutes before the sports cast, they said, "The sports guy is ill. You have to read sports." And I'm like, how hard can it be? I can read.
He had like food poison. I remember this. Go ahead.
And so they come
Because I'm
out
like,
of
I'm not
commercial-
doing it. And it was Jane Skinner
Come
Goodell.
out a commercial break, and I start reading the sports, and it wasn't a local athlete's name. So in my defense, it wasn't a name I wouldn't. It wasn't like I didn't know sports. It was like something from the World Cup or something.
No, it was like a runner, one of those runners in a marathon or something. They were from
that's
Kenya.
That's what it was. And so I tripped over the name, and I tried again, and then when you try the third time, then it's just it. But while I was trying the second and third time and trying not to, butcher someone's name, he just did something fantastic. Who is next to me, heaving, like I can see
in a
him
laughing fit so bad.
so badly, and then I lost it, and then I couldn't read the rest of the news. The rest of the sports cast, and then guess what happened? We went off air, and we got hauled in.
We got hauled in because I was in a laughing fit, and I think you ad-libbed. I think we were to take a commercial break or something.
Yeah, I had to throw
and
to
we
break.
weren't supposed to go to break.
No, because I couldn't stop laughing.
We got hauled into the news director's office.
And she said, as if we were 15-year-olds, you too, if you can't be mature, I will not let you anchor together.
Oh, my God. Oh, man.
It never happened again, though.
Oh, man.
Not that anybody
Jane,
knew.
this was, we could go on all night. This was so fun. All right. I'm getting They're waiting for you outside. You better get going.
You know, the draft won't start unless I'm there.
Rogers just told ESPN we can't go on until 10:30 until my wife gets here. All right, Jane, I love you. Thank you so much. Wasn't this fun?
I love you, and
wait,
you look fantastic.
You look,
Mr. Goodell.
You look like you're 28. Oh my God! Wait, was I a big fatso in New York? That guy go, hey, Jane, Mrs. Goodell, you know your husband's a little heavier than I thought he would. Oh my God! It was on like 42nd, and you were laughing your butt off on the way home, and I was like,
why would I tell you that?
Tell
That's
that guy
mean.
to come back here. I'll show him. Jane Goodell, everybody, have a great draft.
Thanks.
We'll see you down. All right, we'll see you down
Thanks,
there.
Pittsburgh, for having us. So fun.
Let's hear it for Janie Pooh, my baby doll. All right. Wait, one more little. Wait, you do the last traffic. Go. Oh, wait, there isn't. Oh, wait, there is not. Margot, there's no traffic. I wanted Jane to do it. All right.
I told you there's no traffic.
Well, it's all
Everyone's
right,
at the
Margot.
draft.
Are we done? Wait. Oh, man. How much time do we have, Margot? Really? Wait. Okay, Jane. Ready? Pittsburgh is the greatest football city in the world. Just tell the truth. No, you'll get in trouble for saying that.
No, but you know what I do say? People ask me a lot, what are your, if I want to do a bucket list trip with my kid, what stadiums do you love? Of course, my first and initial love and always number one love is Soldier Field, because that's where all my childhood memories are made. But I do say, even though I'm a Bears fan, I do say I would go to Lambeau, I would go to Pittsburgh, Seattle. And yeah, just for the experience of the crowd. Seattle's so loud, and like that is all true. Yeah. The 12s. I think the atmosphere here, it reminds me of being when we covered all those seasons in Green Bay.
Yeah.
It's like it's really feels so American, and it's so pure, the love for the game.
And Pittsburgh Pittsburgh people are so nice. Can I just tell everyone that Jane's daughters are watching the live stream in New York, and they just texted Jane and said, "Mom, you might have a future in radio.
You should be a broadcaster."
I know, you should be
Actually,
a broadcaster.
my daughter, I'll say for my other daughter who is a Vikings fan, that their stadium, it's indoors, but it's also spectacular.
Oh,
if you
I
want to
bet.
go, those are like outdoor stadiums of like old school kind of,
Yeah.
So that's they're all. I mean, there's so many great stadiums now.
I know.
It's SoFi.
I know. This never gets old for you either. All the NFL stuff. It's so wonderful.
No,
and Roger, okay, can I just tell you this? I'm not blowing smoke, but when I did the interview with Roger, he has changed this league and expanded it so much. He's probably the most influential. Your husband is like so influential, and the NFL is the greatest thing going. And I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be a jerk, but he's had unbelievable success.
Well, he works really, 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 really hard. He always says, "I'll outwork anybody," right? He loves it like, this is what I tell people, he loves it like a 13-year-old boy in the basement.
Yeah.
Like, with a huge screen in the man cave and popcorn and the dog. And he loves, loves, loves the game so much. And I think if you don't, and he's just a positive person.
He is.
Really wakes up and says, I'm the luckiest guy. When we moved about 15 years ago, I found a letter in a box, and his parents have passed away, but he had written his dad upon his, when he was 22, he was graduating college. He said, "Dad, upon my college graduation, dear Pops, I would like to achieve two things. One is to make you proud, and the other is to become commissioner of the National Football League." He was 22. He was the age of these kids who are getting drafted tonight. So he is living out this lifelong dream, and he loves it so much. And he also is good at seeing how it can touch more people.
Mm-hmm.
So that, the global expansion, bringing the draft to different cities, that is, you had said that during his interview, that is his baby. It was in New York for many, many, many years. And he wants everybody to experience a piece of it.
And he's a lot thinner than I am. Wait, Jane, can I just leave this with one last thing? I'll never forget this. Either you or Roger told me this when he was hired by the owners. The knock came to the hotel door.
No, this is true.
And it was a man put his hand out and said, "Commissioner," and that was Dan Rooney.
And
isn't that right?
It's right. And Roger was wearing his boxer shorts.
Oh,
I thought that's where you were going.
No, but Roger always was like so. Dan Rooney was a major impact. Yeah, no doubt.
He always said, "Thank goodness it was Dan," because he knows me well. I was okay. I hadn't put my pants on yet because he didn't know it was happening.
Oh Jesus,
right
Mary
then.
and St. Joseph, as we say in Pittsburgh. Jane Goodell, we love you. Have a great draft. Pat Septak with news coming right up.
From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 80 degrees under partly cloudy skies at Pittsburgh International at 6:30. I'm Pat Septak. KDKA News brought to you by your local Western PA AAA travel office. Travel with someone you trust. Well, Pittsburgh is kicking off draft week with a new fan experience right in the heart of downtown. News Radio KDKA's Tamara Rush has the details.
And this isn't just about football. It's about creating a full fan experience. From interactive exhibits to live entertainment, organizers say the Pitt Block Party is designed to bring the energy of draft week to everyone, while also introducing Arts Landing as a new gathering space for the city. The 3-day festivities are free to everyone, so make your way down here. Reporting from Arts Landing, I'm Tamara Rush on News Radio 1020 KDKA.
From a safety and security standpoint at the NFL draft, so far, so good. Pittsburgh Police Chief Jason Lando telling Colin Dunlap on KDKA.
I got to tell you, I've been making my way around the city last night and then again this morning, and I've just been really proud of what I've seen from our law enforcement and all of our partners as well. I mean, this is a team effort, and this is all hands on deck. We have federal, state, and local here, and we couldn't do it without them. But yeah, as we're watching things on the monitor here at the command post, there's a joke right now that I think we outnumber the attendees right now 2-1.
Pittsburgh Public Safety also reminding those heading down to the draft to make sure they have their phones fully charged and bring a backup battery if you have one. With so many phones in one location, batteries can drain faster. Officials are also reminding fans that the Gateway Clipper is not running shuttle boats to the North Shore today. The Clipper will be running tomorrow and Saturday. While officials from the city, state, and federal governments, as well as the NFL, have been talking about a zero-tolerance policy for disruptive behavior at the draft, at least one group is planning to protest during the event. A group called the Anti-Trump Action Coalition is urging people to gain access to the draft with the NFL One Pass app so they can rally against ICE. ATAC calls this a disruptive, peaceful protest scheduled to start in just about a half hour from now, 8 o'clock tonight, and an hour and a half from now, 8 p.m. Participants are urged to wear plain white T-shirts with anti-ICE messages. And on Wall Street, the Dow closed down 179 points, the Nasdaq closed down 219 points, and the S&P 500 closed down 29 points. KDKA Sports brought to you by NASCO Roofing, Pittsburgh's trusted and passionate roofer. Call NASCO Roofing at 412-373-2000. The Pirates and Rangers wrap up their 3-game series tonight in Arlington, Texas. Our pregame coverage beginning at 7:10 right here on KDKA. KDKA Radio News time is 6:33. Time to visit RomeMonuments.com. Life is a journey to remember. Memorialize that journey. RomeMonuments.com. Our next update at 7 o'clock. I'm Pat Septak on the Voice of Pittsburgh, News Radio KDKA.
Time now for today's Spotlight on Tech, sponsored by University of Maryland Global Campus.
Apple's gearing up for a big challenge as it looks to take on Meta platforms in the smart glasses market. Bloomberg reports that Apple is testing 4 designs for its smart AI glasses with a likely launch in 2027. The smart glasses market is dominated by Meta's Ray-Ban AI glasses, which owned more than 80% of the market in the second half of 2025, according to Counterpoint Research. I'm Jason Brooks.
In today's fast-moving job market, staying ahead means keeping your skills sharp. At University of Maryland Global Campus, we help keep your capabilities cutting edge with our skills-based education programs designed to move your career forward. Explore more than 135 degrees and certificates in business, cybersecurity, and more. Apply now and save with no application fee. Classes start May 13th. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chef.
Honey, I found the perfect place for my parents and us.
Where?
St. Barnabas. For us, the Woodlands Carriage Home Community. And for my parents, condominium-style living at the Village. My folks will love the Village. There's an indoor mall with shops, restaurants, and more. And we can relax, knowing they're safe and secure.
That's what I plan to do when we move to St. Barnabas. Relax.
Call 724-444-5568 or visit stbarnabascommunities.com.
KDKA traffic on the 5s.
Okie dokie from the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center. KDKA AAA traffic powered by Bowser Chevrolet. Here's Margot. Hi, Margot.
All right. Thanks, Michael. Taking a look at those major roadways, it's not as scary as you think it will be. It's mostly clear, better than a normal afternoon rush hour. Just seeing a few brake lights on both sides of the Liberty Tunnel. With AAA traffic, I'm Margot Rensel on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Thunder shower in spots early on, otherwise partly cloudy tonight, low 58. Very warm tomorrow, maybe an afternoon thunderstorm, high 82. Periods rain tomorrow night, low 60. Couple of showers Saturday, high 69, and then clouds break for some sun Sunday. For AccuWeather, I'm John Feerick, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
On top of home and auto, Progressive protects your boat, RV, and motorcycle so you can explore the unknown.
Actually, we just take the RV to the same campground every year.
Well, maybe you can catch your own dinner on your boat.
Oh, we can actually get pizza delivered there from this brick oven place we love.
Will you at least try a new topping?
Honestly, probably not. We kind of have a go-to order.
Fine. Just bundle home or auto insurance with your outdoor vehicles with Progressive and stay protected when you go, I guess, where you've gone before. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations.
Breaking news for your home. Way Day. Wayfair's big sale is almost here, and you can score the best deals in home. Like up to 80% off everything home. Yes, you heard that right. 80% off with free shipping on everything. Plus surprise flash deals all Way Day long. We're talking outdoor furniture and essentials, rugs, and more. All at Wayfair. And all up to 80% off during Way Day. Shop Wayfair's Way Day from April 25th through 27th.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Download to see if you qualify. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert Instant Loans are issued by FinWise Bank, member FDIC. Not an actual client. Terms apply.
Kylie, what's wrong? I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? Albert is your financial assistant, helping you find ways to save and create custom budgets to actually grow your money. Plus, you can get up to $10,000 for big expenses, or advance up to $1,000 fast when you need cash right away.
Albert can get me up to $10,000?
Exactly. Albert spots you in a pinch and helps you grow your money in the long run.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code COVER to borrow up to $10,000 for whatever you need. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code COVER to borrow up to $10,000. Use code COVER to borrow up to $10,000.
April is here and everything is in bloom, including savings at Bowser Hyundai. The 2026 Hyundai Tucson all-wheel drive brings versatility to your ride, and right now at Bowser Hyundai, the #1 volume Hyundai dealer in Pittsburgh, you can get the Tucson SE with 0% APR for 60 months or get rebates up to $3,000. And don't forget, all new Hyundais come with Hyundai Assurance that are backed by America's best warranty. 10 years, 100,000 miles, powertrain limited warranty. So don't wait. Get to BowserHyundai.com today. Based on 2025 year-end and January 2026 sales results, tax, title, and fees not included. Dealer doc fee of $490 applies. 24 months, 7,500 miles per year with $2,999 due at signing with credit approval and financing through HMFC. Offer ends May 3rd, 2026.
Oh, that's the power of
BowserHyundai.com. Bowser Hyundai, Route 51 South on top of the hill.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. No, we're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless probably has you paying for more data than you might need. You could be throwing away thousands over a lifetime.
Our entry-level data plans start at just $20 a month. And for a limited time, switch and get your second month free. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com or a store near you and get your second month free today. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional details.
Breaking news for your home. Way Day. Wayfair's big sale is almost here, and you can score the best deals in home. Like up to 80% off everything home. Yes, you heard that right. 80% off with free shipping on everything. Plus surprise flash deals all Way Day long. We're talking outdoor furniture and essentials, rugs, and more. All at Wayfair, and all up to 80% off during Way Day. Shop Wayfair's Way Day from April 25th through 27th.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Went outside, looked around, we needed a window. A bay window. Guess what? Universal Windows Direct. Right now. Buy two, get two free. No payments. No interest. 24 months. Come on. And $500 off of your project. 412-545-6003. This deal is amazing. Their sales, their service, their installation, the best there is. And now's the time, folks. Universal Windows Direct. Do it.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell is the largest family law firm in the country with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. If you or someone you care about is facing a family law issue, let us set up a 1-hour Cordell Consult. The Cordell Consult is a meeting with a local attorney who will give you clear guidance about your options, whether it's a separation, a postnuptial agreement, divorce, or custody. CordellCordell.com.
Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. Julian Gray Associates has the most certified elder law attorneys of any law firm in the nation, right here in Pittsburgh. They also have experienced social workers so that you can prepare a plan to age with dignity that you can afford. Visit grayelderlaw.com.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Hi, this is Larry Richard. Join us tomorrow on the Big K Morning Show, 5:30 until 10. Everything you need to know about the NFL Draft and how you and your family can enjoy and take part.
Unapologetic in his talk. It's Michael Bartley on the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Hey! I had to take see Jane out to her car. How about Jane Goodell being here? Took pictures with staff. Oh, man. Isn't she so humble, so beautiful? She's the power behind the commissioner. I can tell you that right now. Trust me on that. Believe me. She is the best, and she's hilarious. So humble. And, you know, I got to tell you something. I was listening to all of our coverage today and all of our stations' coverage today. I'll tell you something. Pittsburgh, believe me, we are doing well with this. Wait till you see those aerial shots tonight. Wait till you see how our city comes across on ABC and ESPN tonight. Wow, this is fun. Man, this is fun. And I was looking at all those people on the North Shore, Market Square, the new Arts Landing. I'm live at Arts Landing on Saturday with the whole Pitt football team, the cheerleaders, the Pitt, everything. All right? All right, so here's what we're going to do. I have one last segment after this. I see some of you want to talk. I'll try to get to a phone call or whatever. But in the meantime, let's get another NFL draft update.
Time now for an update from the KDKA Draft Information Desk, powered by Bowser Chevrolet, and brought to you by Generator Supercenter of Pittsburgh and by Sniper and Harmony Organic Insect Control.
Well, over at Pittsburgh International Airport, a lot of the draft picks have been streaming in over the last couple of days, but according to the airport's public affairs director, Bob Kurlick, he's also seen a lot of NFL Hall of Famers coming through as well.
Terry Bradshaw came through yesterday, Tony Dorsett, Lynn Swann. There's just a lot of NFL greats been streaming through the airport, so we've been excited to show off the new terminal to them as well.
Yeah, he was on the Colin Dunlap show earlier. He says they've been working closely with the Steelers so that they're prepared for when the team's first-round draft pick lands at the new terminal, assuming that they're not already there. Stay tuned. From the KDKA Draft Information Desk, I'm Pat Septak.
Traffic on the 5s. I tell you what, traffic's been pretty good for as many visitors as we have. It's people made their plans, and that was smart. From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, KDKA AAA traffic powered by Bowser Chevrolet. Here's Margot. Hi, Margot.
All righty. Hey, Michael. That's right. It's not looking horrible on the major roadways. It's actually better than any afternoon rush, as there are no brake lights as you make your way towards the draft. Just a few brake lights on the West End Bridge, but that is on the outbound side. So if you are looking for a sign to head down there, this is it, and you should go take advantage. With AAA Traffic, I'm Margot Rensel on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Hey, folks, have you seen those ads that talk about how you can own it, not owe it at CCAC? Well, it's so true. You can own an education that will get you a good job, and you won't owe a ton of money. 81% of CCAC students graduate debt-free. And if you want to go to a 4-year school, you can save thousands by spending your first 2 years at CCAC. Hey, it's time. Check out the programs and this month's scheduled open house events at ccac.edu. CCAC rocks.
Hello, KDKA listeners. This is Carlos, owner of Greater Pitt Tree Service. If you have any concerns about any trees on your property, call Greater Pitt Tree Service, 412-884-TREE. We have an A+ rating on the Better Business Bureau. To serve your needs best, we have an ISA-certified arborist on staff. We have 32 years experience, 412-884-TREE. We will be your best choice for tree work. Greater Pitt Tree Service, 412-884-TREE. And remember, we did your neighbor's tree.
Starting a home improvement project? Before you build a deck, plant a tree, or put up a fence, remember to call 811. Professionals from underground utilities like Peoples will mark your lines with flags so you can dig safely. Whether you're doing the work yourself or hiring a professional, calling 811 before you dig is free for homeowners. And it's the law. Call 811 3 days before you dig to keep you and your family safe. Peoples, an essential utilities company.
Are you turning 65 and have questions about Medicare? Aetna has Medicare Advantage plans that include prescription drug coverage in Pennsylvania with a $0 monthly plan premium. Plus, the plans include benefits like dental, vision, and hearing. You may also qualify for a monthly credit toward your Part B premium. Call Aetna today at 1-888-76-AETNA to learn more.
Aetna Medicare is an HMO PPO plan with a Medicare contract. Our D-SNPs also have contracts with state Medicaid programs. Enrollment in our plans depends on contract renewal. Plan features and availability may vary by service area.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before. We now have more offices, more staff, and more lawyers than any other injury firm in the world. Protecting America, fighting for you.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Hey, it's Pony for my friends at Comer & Cross. Does your garage floor have cracked and stained concrete? Mine did. Maybe your garage floor had a bad epoxy or paint job. A new Comer & Cross garage floor is going to transform your whole garage, and all it's going to take is one day. I love mine, and you'll love yours. If you call them right now, and you should do it, don't waste another second. They'll take 50% off your installation. So here's that number, 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. A Comer & Cross garage floor is the gold standard. It is guaranteed to never chip, crack, or show tire lift like epoxy or paint ever. And just like they did for me, they will make it so easy for you. Stuff in your garage, they'll take it out. Cracks and pits, they'll fix them perfectly. Look just like new. And they're going to put their proprietary Comer and Cross finish on it. So I want you to call them now and get that 50% off installation. The number is 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. That's 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. 800-NEW-FLOOR. Or go to COMERCross.com. It's Comer and Cross Premium Concrete Coating.
Ryan Shalaba here from the Home Buyers of Pittsburgh. More than 1,000 local homeowners have trusted us to sell their home the simple way. No hassles or fees, just a fair and easy sale. Visit homebuyersofpittsburgh.com or call 412-500-9057 for a cash offer today. That's 412-500-9057.
I'm Piera Palazzolo, VP of Digital Marketing for the American Management Association, a company focused on the management training skills needed to enhance the careers of business professionals. We did our research when it came to the best companies for website development and chose AmericanEagle.com. And we couldn't be happier. AmericanEagle.com worked closely with us to understand the front and back end requirements needed to launch an e-commerce website that could handle the complexities of running thousands of seminars nationwide. Our robust new website and improved SEO saw immediate increases in site traffic and web revenue. If you're in need of managerial effectiveness and success, visit our website at amanet.org. If you're in need of a website that provides an unparalleled consumer experience, I highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Transform your business today. Dial 877-WebNow1 for a free digital consultation with AmericanEagle.com.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
From the Goldberg, Persky, and White Pioneers and Asbestos Litigation News Desk, here's a look ahead coming up at the 7 p.m. news. Pat Septak.
Michael, U.S. Steel has something going on this weekend coinciding with the NFL Draft. We'll explain what that is coming up at 7 o'clock right here on the Voice of Pittsburgh News Radio, KDKA.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. Escalating tensions in Iran sending stocks lower and oil higher today, with Tehran saying that as long as the U.S. Navy continues its blockade of the Strait of Hormuz, there will be no talks to end the conflict. President Trump today saying that Americans should anticipate paying more at the gas pump, quote, for a little while. And with that, oil closed above $96 a barrel. Brent crude, the international standard, above $106. As for stocks, the Dow today down 180 points. The Nasdaq down 219. The S&P lost 30. After spending billions on AI, Microsoft is saving money by offering voluntary buyouts to thousands of workers. Meta Platforms, meantime, laying off 8,000 staffers starting next month. And new cars from Mercedes-Benz, Volkswagen, and Jeep maker Stellantis may come with new touchscreens with built-in infrared sensors that can test a driver's blood alcohol level just from the touch of a fingertip. Tom Busby, Bloomberg Radio.
He's downright entertaining, and he's on the Voice of Pittsburgh. Michael Bartley, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
All right, I forgot to tell you, you probably already know this, though. The Buccos are on right here at 7 o'clock, so this is my last segment. So let me sneak in a real quick phone call. Boy, Pittsburgh is shining, I'll tell you right now. Real quick phone call. Rob from Turtle Creek. Hi, Rob.
Hey, Mr. Bartley, how are you today?
Fine, how are you, pal? How are you, buddy? Are you going to the draft?
Hell no.
I'm going down tomorrow night. I'm going.
Hey, I was calling to tell you, I feel bad for a lot of people that thought they were going to be taking advantage of making a few extra shekels off of this whole process. I was on Steuben Street not too long ago on my way home today, and there was a gentleman sitting in a parking lot, and he had a sign up saying $50, and he probably had enough room to park 100 cars.
Wow.
And not one car.
Not one car. No kidding.
I think people took advantage of the mass transit and the outlying lots.
I do too.
And there was no traffic. I mean, I went through the Squirrel Hill tunnels at 70 miles an hour.
Hey, Jim, Rob, I came from Oakland to here to our studios this afternoon, mid-afternoon, and I was like, oh, man, I'm sure people are going to be trying to get down there early. And I mean, At 3 o'clock in the afternoon, down near the bathtub, Stanwyck Street exit there, that's normally could be 3 in the morning. There could be traffic there. Boom, straight through, unbelievable. Yeah. I know, incredible. I think people heeded the warning to get their plan together. I really do, and people did it. I think they did it, and I think out of towners did it too. So there you go, Rob. Thanks for the call, buddy.
What's the reasoning why they're not letting people walk across the Fort Duquesne Bridge?
I don't know, because I'm there tomorrow. I wanted to go from Point State Park over the Fort Duquesne Bridge, which I normally would, and I think it's a security thing. I think that's pretty much what I'm being told.
I think it's a traffic pattern thing so that they can sell more.
Maybe. So I got to walk up to the Clemente Bridge and go over there, So then
you get your steps in.
Yeah, you get your steps in and loop back around. Rob, thanks so much. Here we go. Thanks so much. I'll tell you what, though. When I had Jane Goodell here in the studio, I can't be. And I'm easy. I how much I promote Pittsburgh. I'm from here. I love it here. And this was such a big deal, and all these months and months of preparation. And the North Shore looks unbelievable. The Market Square looks incredibly wonderful. Point State Park, amazing. And I had a lot of friends in from out of town, some staying with me, and they were at Point State Park today, and now they're over at the North Shore. And they said it was absolutely phenomenal. And, pedestrian traffic, no worries. Getting into each gate, no worries. And now, maneuvering a vehicle around Acrisure Stadium, I saw that last night. That's not going to be easy. And there are tons and tons of law enforcement all around that stadium, all around Point State Park, okay? And Arts Landing. Arts Landing is the new multi-million-dollar sort of the green space along Fort Duquesne Boulevard. It looks beautiful, and it is an NFL draft exhibit as well. There's so much stuff for everybody. Don't be afraid to go. But I think, I'm proud that people they stayed the course with a plan. That they like that last caller said, there were plenty of parking spaces. It's expensive to park. There's no question about it. But there were plenty of parking spaces because people took public transportation and any other way they could to be dropped off and walk in. And I'm so excited to see what the national and international audience, what they're going to see coming up here. There'll be pregame now, I guess, and whatever, ESPN or whatever, but at 8 o'clock. And the beautiful skyline shots of our great city. Now, Pittsburgh's shining. You better believe it. We're doing it. We are doing it. And I tell you what, I think we're going to have momentum into the future because of this event. I do. I really do. I will be joining you live at Arts Landing on Saturday from 2 to 5. In the meantime, Michael Bartley, we had so much fun today with the First Lady of the NFL, Jane Goodell. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'll see you Saturday, 2 o'clock, live from Arts Landing.
When you need to know, depend on the news leader. At home, in your car, or at work. The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM, AM 1020. And KDKA-radio.com.
100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA. Covered by JP Roofing and Siding. Pittsburgh's #1 platinum roofing company.
Staples presents Celebrations Made Easy.
I went to Staples for a custom printed graduation banner and invites and saw that Party City is now at Staples.
Wait, what?
Party City is now at Staples.
So now Staples has balloons?
Yep.
Decorations?
Yes.
Streamers, cups, table covers?
Yep, Staples has everything for a party. And now buy two, get one free on select foil balloons.
Holy confetti! So the best party started at Staples.
That was easy.
In 613 select stores, exclusions apply. In-store or buy online. Pick up in-store only.
You know the rush when you reach that goal, when something you've worked for pays off. That's success. At University of Maryland Global Campus, we believe you should never stop chasing it. That's why we offer a skills-based education that helps move your career forward. Learn how to apply emerging technologies like AI and data science. Build your leadership and critical thinking skills. Apply now and save with no application fee. Classes start May 13th. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Shell.
KDKA and KDKA-FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 79 degrees under partly cloudy skies at Pittsburgh International at 7 o'clock. I'm Pat Septak. Now that the NFL draft has arrived, it's a good idea to know what you can and cannot take to the events. News Radio KDKA's David Bolorado has more.
No dogs allowed.
You'll have to leave Snoopy at home because no pets are allowed, just service animals. Don't bring a bike or scooter because they're also on the NFL's prohibited list. Forget about an umbrella, too. Also, no chairs, no coolers, no frisbees, no helmets. Leave your laptop at home because that's not allowed. No tablets or PCs or two-way radios, and no video recording devices. You can't hand out pamphlets unless you've received prior consent, and you can't wear a mask that covers or conceals your identity. Religious and medical exceptions apply. Also not allowed, the obvious like guns or fireworks or illegal hacking and skimming devices. And remember, the NFL's clear bag policy is also in effect. David Bolorado, News Radio KDKA.
Pennsylvania Attorney General Dave Sunday has announced that agents seized several items of counterfeit merchandise Tuesday evening. Sunglasses, hats, blankets, and other merchandise was seized, with Sunday warning fans to be aware of any knockoff items for sale. Attorney General said to the bad actors with ill intentions who think they can blend into the crowds and prey on unsuspecting visitors, think twice. We will be watching. Along with our partners, we will be on site in full force. Sunday says to shop at only trusted retail locations and authorized online sellers and to be aware of deals that seem too good to be true. So make sure you check for poor quality and keep track of your purchase. Superfans are taking over Pittsburgh ahead of the NFL draft, and one Cleveland fan says it's all about giving back. News Radio KDKA's Tamara Rush has the details.
Captain Steve Weber with Nat Tailgaters tells me the event brings rivals together for a bigger purpose, proving football can unite people on and off the field.
So what we do is we choose a homeless shelter in each hosting city, and then they get the benefits from the tailgate.
At the Superfan Summit, fans are coming together for food, music, and team pride, all while raising money for Light of Life Rescue Mission. Tamara Rush, News Radio KDKA.
With so many people using rideshare and public transportation to get to the NFL draft's activities, Rivers Casino is lowering the price to park in the garage. Rivers says the current demand for parking spaces is lower because of how effectively fans have used other means of transportation. In response, Rivers has lowered the price of a parking space from $250 down to $100. That lower price is in effect for both today and Friday. Rates for Saturday are still being finalized. Rivers said in a release, quote, "Our intention is to ensure we always maintain enough spaces for our team members and guests while welcoming visitors in town for the draft." KDKA Sports. Pirates and the Rangers wrapping up their 3-game series tonight in Arlington, Texas. Our pregame coverage begins in just about 7 minutes from now, right here on KDKA. KDKA radio news time is 7:03. Currently, it is partly cloudy and 79 degrees in Pittsburgh. I'm Pat Septak, right here on News Radio KDKA.
On top of home and auto, Progressive protects your boat, RV, and motorcycle so you can explore the unknown.
Actually, we just take the RV to the same campground every year.
Well, maybe you can catch your own dinner on your boat.
Oh, we can actually get pizza delivered there from this brick oven place we love.
Will you at least try a new topping?
Honestly, probably not. We kind of have a go-to order.
Fine. Just bundle home or auto insurance with your outdoor vehicles with Progressive and stay protected when you go, I guess, where you've gone before. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations.
Breaking news for your home. Way Day. Wayfair's big sale is almost here, and you can score the best deals in home. Like up to 80% off everything home. Yes, you heard that right. 80% off with free shipping on everything. Plus surprise flash deals all Way Day long. We're talking outdoor furniture and essentials, rugs, and more. All at Wayfair, and all up to 80% off during Way Day. Shop Wayfair's Way Day from April 25th through 27th.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
When you call yourself the voice of Pittsburgh, you have to know when to not talk. Sometimes you just need to be the ears of Pittsburgh. Just listen. Listen to what you have to say. These are complicated and uncertain times. But when you need us, we're here for you. And we're listening. A trusted source that you can count on to be here. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The best words to hear at the TSA security checkpoint? You're good to go. All it takes is a little preparation. Get to the airport early. Bring a carry-on bag that fits in the overhead and have an acceptable ID. Not all state-issued IDs will cut it. Check out tsa.gov/ID and see which TSA acceptable IDs make the grade, like a real ID or passport.
Before you jet, do a little prep, and you're good to go. Check out tsa.gov/ID or the MyTSA app.
While you sleep, there are people you've never met who are working hard to make your morning. People who get up at ungodly hours to make sure you get the information you want. People who dedicate their lives to make yours better while you sleep. These people come together during the Big K Morning Show with Larry Richert, 5:30 to 10 in the morning, to make sure you have the best news, traffic, and weather to start your day. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
When you get a diagnosis of Parkinson's disease, things get real.
And nobody understands that better than the Parkinson's Foundation. All across the country, we provide resources and support in the fight against Parkinson's, a neurological disease that affects movement.
The Parkinson's Foundation is dedicated to improving care and advancing research towards a cure.
And when you call our helpline, you'll speak to a real person who can help you find the right information. Because while living with Parkinson's can be challenging, there are things you can do to improve your quality of life. So, whether you're newly diagnosed, have been living with Parkinson's for years, or caring for a loved one,
when Parkinson's gets real, find real answers at the Parkinson's Foundation.
Go to parkinson.org or call our helpline at 1-800-4PD-INFO, 1-800-473-4636. The Parkinson's Foundation. Better lives together.
As parents, we have a million things running through our minds. Playdates, checkups, groceries, laundry, diapers, work, carpool schedules, picture day, swim team, did we mention diapers, birthday parties, meal prep, lost permission slips, dentist appointments, and the dog that still needs to be walked. So it's easy to make a mistake. Oh, I forgot birthday candles. Sit tight, hon, I'll be right back. We say we'd never put our kids in danger by leaving them in the car alone. Oh, wait, since when are candles not on the baking aisle? But never happens. And temperatures as low as 60 degrees can be deadly for children left behind. So always bring them with you, and every time you park the car, stop, look, lock. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Hockey is a passion for fans of the sport, but also for the youth who fall in love with the game. With the ever-increasing cost of participating in hockey, many families face financial challenges. The Assisted Goals Foundation was founded to remove financial barriers and to create lasting growth in the sport for current and future players of all backgrounds and communities. Help the Assisted Goals Foundation make the game of hockey available and accessible to anyone, anywhere, at any time. You too can provide an assist. Donate today at assistedgoals.org.
one time? Please, please, please.
No, not yet.
But why?
Because I love you, and you're just not ready yet. Now, get in the back so I can get you in your car seat, please.
Putting your kids in the right seat for their age and size is an act of love. Check that your kids are in the right seat at NHTSA.gov/the right seat. Love protects. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
A thunder shower in spots this evening. Partly cloudy tonight, low 58. Very warm tomorrow with an afternoon thunderstorm, high 82. Some rain tomorrow night. A couple of showers around Saturday, high 69. Then dry for Sunday. For AccuWeather, I'm John Feerick, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
It's the little things. The information you need. People you know. The little things that make a big difference. The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
It's time for the North Shore Tavern Leadoff Show. The North Shore Tavern Leadoff Show is presented by Keystone Custom Apparel and is brought to you by Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, Spitzer Toyota, 2 Minute Junk Truck, Saloni's Italian Bread, Joe Ball GMC, Hampton Beer Outlet, Hello Windows, Og Murphy and Perkoski, Pennsylvania One Call System, Zero Res, Central Outreach, and the North Shore Tavern. The North Shore Tavern Leadoff Show is on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Alrighty, here we are. It's the rubber match of a 3-game series, the third and the final game between the Pirates and the Texas Rangers. We thank you for joining us for a little nighttime baseball on the Voice of Pittsburgh and the first station to ever put a baseball game on the radio. It was the Pirates and Phillies, back in 1922. So why don't you say we do it here in 2026? We'll do it again tomorrow as well with all of the NFL draft coverage on Brother Station Sports Radio 93.7 The Fan. We're glad to have you along, and a pleasant good evening to you. The North Shore Tavern Leadoff Show is presented by Keystone Custom Apparel. I'm Dan Zangrilli. I'll be with you here pregame, and then after the really good pitching matchup that we have for you tonight, Bubba Chandler for the Pirates against the veteran right-hander Jacob deGrom, the 13-year veteran who was 14 years old when his mound opponent was born. The 37-year-old is off to a really good start, and the young fireballing phenom for Pittsburgh, much of the same. We're going to break down that pitching matchup. It'll be a fun one to take a look into, and we will also tell you what else is happening around Major League Baseball. A limited amount of action today. The Pirates checking in, second place, tied with the St. Louis Cardinals. A fast look at the standings are brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors. Visit PellaPittsburgh.com. Well, the Cubs, they keep on winning. Baseball's best division is the NL Central. They improved to 16-9, an extra inning walk-off victory today to tie them with the Cincinnati Reds for the top spot in the NL Central. And then the Bucks, a game and a half back at 14 wins, 10 losses with the Cardinals. Following them in the basement of the division, the Milwaukee Brewers at 13-11. That's right, all 5 teams in the National League Central Division with winning records. Meanwhile, the Texas Rangers, they're a second-place club as well, but they're able to do so at 12 wins, 12 losses. They're a half game out in the American League Western Division race. Yesterday, the Pirates were able to get a big victory. They jumped out to a 1-0 lead, trailed 2-1, and then were able to add on to it, falling then behind to the Texas Rangers before the Pirates would go on and grab a lead in the top of the 9th inning after the Rangers tied things up in the 8th inning. The Bucks get a fielder's choice off the bat of Jake Mangum, and then a prodigious 3-run home run from O'Neill Cruz in the 9th inning off a left-hander that hit off the very top of the right field foul pole and then careened into the upper deck some 432 feet away. The hardest hit home run in Major League Baseball this year from the Pirates' 6'7" center fielder O'Neill Cruz that went 117 miles an hour of exit velocity off of the bat. So the Pirates and Rangers, who grabbed the first game of the series by a 5-1 score, play the third and final decisive game of the series this evening, so we'll bring that to you here on KDKA Radio. On tap for today's program, courtesy of Hampton Beer Outlet, we urge you to go ahead and head to Hampton Beer Outlet, Route 8 in Hampton, to get your
Busch Light apple cases that are $25.99. A terrific deal there. We will hear from manager Don Kelly coming up in just a little while, and then we'll run down the starting lineups, and again, a deep dive into Jacob deGrom, the Rangers starter, against Bubba Chandler for Pittsburgh. Some interesting news and notes, and some keys to victory for the Pirates, who look to win a second consecutive game and yet another road series. They are 6-2 in interleague play. They swept the Baltimore Orioles. And they have played incredibly well, taking 2 of 3 against the Tampa Bay Rays on the last homestand, and they look to win again a third interleague series against the American League. They played very poorly against the AL last year. So when you're looking at what's different with the Pirates, a whole lot. Primarily the offense, much improved. They're top 10 in basically every major and important statistical category, and last year they were basically dead last in every single one of those, and we can maybe get in, if we have time, to some of the reasons why. The pitching has always been good. It continues to be for the Buccos. Their starting rotation has the lowest collective ERA in Major League Baseball. So you combine it all together, and that's where you get a 14-10 record, 8-5 at home, and a winning record on the road, which is hard to do. 6 wins, 5 losses. This is an important series and an important time for the Pirates to be playing really good baseball. Why? Well, after the Bucs wrap things up in Arlington, Texas at Globe Life Park this evening, they make their way to Milwaukee, Wisconsin. They'll take on the Brewers, a team that's had their number for years, a club that won 97 games a year ago. Don't be fooled by the fact that they're in the basement of the division. After all, they're still 2 games over 500. But what it does is it kicks off a stretch of 10 consecutive games intra-division within this National League Central Division that we told you is an absolute dogfight. It's the longest stretch of games against NL Central Division opponents this year. There will be a few other pockets, but no other point in the 162-game slate in 26 will they be playing 10 consecutive games. So the fact that the Pirates are playing their best right now, I think, we don't know, of course, what they'll be looking like in June and August. And now with the division basically punching above its weight class, this is, I think, a pretty good time to be playing these 10 games. You never do truly know, but you still want to be playing a really good brand of baseball. I think the Pirates are, for the most part. They have, I think, the most impressive part of what has kind of transpired here so far through the first 24 games is how the Pirates respond after a loss. It was a sloppy Game 1, 5-1 loss, as we kind of told you about. The Bucs really just did not play well at all. They were 3 of 12 with runners in scoring position. They didn't get good pitching. They walked a ton of guys. Just an overall sloppy game. However, what I think separates this team from past clubs is their ability to completely erase the slate, show up at the ballpark the next day in a really, really good spot. They have not lost back-to-back games since the very first 2 contests of the season when they dropped 2 of 3 against the New York Mets, and that was basically a month ago. So the entire month of April, the Pirates have not lost back-to-back games, and that proved true yesterday with a big response win. Can they string together some wins here before they head to Milwaukee, winning 2 of 3 against Texas in a big road series? Well, that's what we're here to do tonight as we describe the sights and bring you the sound. So we invite you to stay tuned. Globe Life Park again, Arlington, Texas, home of the Rangers. It's a dome stadium. The roof will be closed, and it'll be a very controlled 72 degrees, so not much of a weather factor tonight in the Texas heat. So there's your weather forecast, brought to you by Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration. When weather disaster strikes, call Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration. Let's hear from manager Don Kelly, shall we? That comes your way next as we continue on with our North Shore Tavern leadoff show, Pirates Rangers, rubber match of a 3-game series here on News Radio KDKA.
The Hep C Cure Squad is here for your protection. Cause if you are uncertain, my suggestion is get tested. The time is now. Find your nearest local clinic. What's exquisite? If it's hard for you to travel, they do home visits. You're not alone. Listen, they're here to help. You deserve to focus on your future well-being and health. This next line is tremendously important. You don't have to pay a dime, a single cent, or need insurance. Doc Hep C, I speak, screaming, yell it loudly. Don't you ever doubt me. Come and get your cure from Central Outreach.
It's time to spring into deals at Lowe's. Freshen up your yard with Stay Green Premium 2 cubic foot mulch. 5 bags for $10. Then get what you need to keep clothes, food, and dishes fresh with up to 35% off select major appliances. Plus, save an additional $100 on select laundry pairs. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 5/6. Mulch offer excludes Alaska and Hawaii. While supplies last. Selection varies by location. See Lowe's.com for more details.
Everything you knew about reaching customers online is being rewritten. Time to rethink your approach. Outcomes from Viant finds real customers, not impressions, not clicks, customers. Our AI maximizes every dollar of your budget against the outcomes that matter most and proves it happened. It's smarter advertising made simple. Visit Viant.ai.
Hi, I'm Neil Walker. One of my favorite places to go on the North Shore is the North Shore Tavern. If you love the Pittsburgh Pirates, then you'll love the North Shore Tavern. My home and Pittsburgh's home for Steak on the Stone. Just a stone's throw away from PNC Park on the North Shore.
Now back to the North Shore Tavern Leadoff Show on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
All right, Bucks and Rangers, spectacular pitching matchup is coming your way, and we'll get into that here in a moment. But let's get to some news and notes and hear what the Pirates manager had to say to assembled reporters at Globe Life Park in advance of Buccos and Rangers. Here's skipper Donnie Kelly. He is 73-75 as Pirates manager, wants to move one game closer to 500 after taking over May 9th last year. He's in the dugout with the media, so let's take a listen in.
Okay, first and foremost, what are you looking forward to with Bubba on the mound today in the overmatch?
Yeah, last time out he had a really good outing and doing the same thing, staying in the zone. We've seen the stuff, the fastball. I thought slider and changeup have been developing well, and just looking forward to him getting out there.
What do you think he could have learned about the lineup last night after seeing the way Braxton handled him, especially knowing, your starting pitchers haven't given up the long ball a ton, but it's going to happen?
Yeah, it is, and I thought Braxton did a really good job last night settling down after that. And you know that Bubba's going to be out there competing, and he's paying attention last night. They have a good lineup, a lot of good hitters, and we have to just stay in the zone and continue to allow them to hit our stuff, not get outside the zone and walk people.
Donnie, you guys have been running a pretty decent amount and successfully. What have you thought about the stolen bases and the chances you guys are taking?
Yeah, we're just trying to be opportunistic in the right moments to be aggressive. I know there was at the beginning, there just seemed like those opportunities were a little fewer and far between. But I feel like the guys have done a great job, especially the guys with the green light, and T-Brock has done a great job too of picking those moments to be able to be aggressive, and we've had some success.
With Bubba, back to him, just as a baseball fan, does Bubba versus DeGrom get you a little bit more excited?
Yeah, I mean, DeGrom is a heck of a pitcher, and has been doing it for a long time, and to have a young guy like Bubba, up and coming, and to see the stuff that he has and the ability that he's shown to go out there and throw the way that he does. It's been cool to see him rein that in too. He's got that fire, the competitiveness, and you want the guys to have that. You can't give that to them. They've got to have that drive. Bubba has it.
When it comes to
you have to tell a young pitcher like that not to let the moment get too big or not try and match what other guys do.
Yeah, something that I think that I learned is that everybody has to learn that on their own when they get out there. We can sit here and talk about playoff baseball all we want, but until you get to experience it, you really don't understand or appreciate it because you haven't been there. And I think for these guys, especially our young pitchers, to be out on the mound and learn. And sometimes that learning is watching somebody else do it, someone like Braxton last night. And a lot of times it's going to be yourself being out there and learning how to navigate those emotions. And Bubba's done a really good job of that through spring training at the beginning of the season.
When it comes to chances with runners in scoring position, what's kind of key to maybe just capitalizing on more of those opportunities?
It's funny, I was just talking to Joe Block about that. In the games that we haven't come out on top, it always goes back to the 2 for 17, with runner in scoring position. And last night we had, really big hits with 2 outs and runners in scoring position. I think that the thing that stands out to me is when we stay committed in our approach, we're looking to get good pitches ahead, and staying within ourselves in those moments is a big key rather than going up there and trying, O'Neill, that was a heck of a swing, and it just looked like he was being O'Neill. He wasn't trying to hit the ball off the top of the foul pole. It just happened by putting a good swing on it. And how can we continue to be consistent in being ourselves and staying within the approach is key.
So your shortstop's last game as a teenager tonight. What do you think about what he's done these few weeks?
He's unbelievable. And I think that he's continuing to learn, continuing to grow. He's helping us win games the way he's playing defense and running the bases, and he's come up with some big hits late in games, like against Tampa the other day. And he's still a teenager, and you can't imagine being 19 years old playing at this level. You see him making adjustments all the time, and he's just going to continue to grow and continue to get better.
So what should he get for his 20th birthday tomorrow?
Oh, man. I don't know. I haven't even thought about that.
Maybe a home run?
You know what? He's doing great, and I'm sure he would take that, and we'll just take a few barrels tonight. It would be great.
Just out of curiosity, with Steens pulled out with the rain delay, does his bullpen get longer than normal, or any changes just because of the...
No, he stayed with the same routine.
All right, so there's Don Kelly before the game with reporters today talking a lot about O'Neill Cruz, right? And Connor Griffin, of course, the 19-year-old phenom shortstop who the Pirates a few weeks ago signed to the 9-year, $140 million contract. So he'll be playing in tonight's game, hitting 8th at shortstop, his final game as again, 19-year-old. But it makes sense to talk about O'Neill Cruz because he is the most important player that the Pirates have. Period, end of sentence. It doesn't matter about Brandon Lau, who's been really good. It doesn't matter about Ryan O'Hearn, who has been spectacular, hitting .325 this year. You could say what you want about Paul Skeens and even tonight's starter in Bubba Chandler. Nobody matters more than O'Neill Cruz because as we saw last night, it's the skill set that he has that is absolutely positively elite. He's a 98th, 99th percentile type of talent. And the fact, and listen, I'll be the first to admit that I've been frustrated over the last handful of years watching him, and this probably should have arrived much sooner. This 20-game stretch that he's on where he's hitting .310 and impacting the baseball at an alarming rate. He started 2 of 14. $143. That was his batting average, 8 strikeouts his first 4 games of the year. Well, since then, over his last 20, he's hitting .310 with 7 homers, 5 doubles. He's driven in 22, and he's also stolen 10 bases in his last 20 games. And looking at some of the deeper metrics, barrel rate. That's essentially, and you heard Don Kelly reference it there just a moment ago, just a few barrels. That's when you catch the baseball squarely. That's the layman's term there. He's barreling the ball at a spectacularly high rate, about 22% of the time. And when we're talking about the physics of round ball, round bat, how difficult this game is and why it's so difficult, a lot of people will say that have played multiple sports, the hardest thing to do in any sport is hit a baseball. Round ball, round bat. So when you catch it flush on the barrel, and you're doing it, as Cruz right now is, about 22% of the time, your propensity for success goes way up. And when you catch it on the barrel, you typically hit it harder. So he's averaging about 98 miles an hour of velocity off the bat. We know about pitcher's velocity coming in. Well, how hard is it going out? The exit velocity, 98 miles an hour. He's able to send it back just as hard, if not harder, than it comes in. And the expected slugging percentage is at .555, which essentially means that he's poised for a breakout year. And it is long overdue. 27-year-old is putting up the best offensive numbers of his career. And it's been a ton of fun to watch. And he's also stealing a number of bases, and he's doing so successfully. It was a rarity to see him yesterday thrown out, just the second time all year that he's been thrown out attempting to steal. In fact, the Pirates are the best stolen base club, at least in the way of picking their spots in all of the league. 89% success rate the Pirates are in stealing bases. Collectively, they're 24 of 27 this year, and that's going to be, I think, one of our keys to victory. Other keys to victory, well, let's get into those coming up here in just a moment, but just to sew everything up on the conversations that we heard from Don Kelly, we'll get into this pitching matchup on Bubba Chandler, but tying up some loose ends here with Cruz. How important is he? Just to back up what I said earlier, it's not necessarily conjecture or an opinion on my part. Cruz means everything to this team. And I'll give you an example. In the 10 losses that the Pirates have this year, Cruz has hit just 1 homer and 2 RBIs. The other 6 homers, 20 RBIs, they're coming in Pirates wins. The 14 that the Bucks have, 14 and 10. So as the Pirates go, Cruz goes, or maybe it's the other way around, I suppose. Do stay with us. It's the North Shore Tavern Leadoff Show continuing on in advance of the rubber match of a 3-game series at Globe Life Park in Arlington. Buccos Rangers, with Texas grabbing a 5-1 Game 1 victory. Pirates responding nicely with an 8-4 win last night. What happens this evening? Well, a lot determines that with the guys on the mound, which we'll dive into next. The pitching matchup, Bubba Chandler versus Jacob deGrom. That's what's at stake, brought to you by the North Shore Tavern, your home for steak on a stone. So we invite you to stay tuned. Plus, we've got to get to the starting lineups as well before we send it to Globe Life Park, and Joe Block and Bob Walk, John Wayner, have the call of the game. It's Joe and John tonight, and I'm Dan Zangerly, returning in just a moment on KDKA.
When disaster strikes your home or business, Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration of Pittsburgh is ready to help. Our certified team handles everything from emergency cleanup to full reconstruction, working directly with your insurance to make the process simple. Available 24/7, we respond fast and restore your property with care, honesty, and experience you can trust. Visit panhandlecr.com. Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, restoring Pittsburgh's peace of mind.
Hey, baseball fans, the weather has turned and you need beer, and there's one place to go for all your beer needs. That's Hampton Beer Outlet, where right now they have bushels of Busch Light Apple. People clamor for this all year long. They got it at Hampton Beer Outlet, but for a limited time only. So get there. They've got the best prices. They've got the best customer service. Drive a little, save a lot at Hampton Beer Outlet, where they've got Busch Light Apple, Route 8 in Hampton.
Thorne Dickerson here. Looking for an easy way to raise money for your youth sports team or organization this season? Keystone Custom Apparel has a brand new fan club fundraiser designed specifically for sports teams. Each player receives a custom shirt featuring the names of their supporters on the back. Supporters simply donate $20 per name, enter their name online, select their favorite player, and check out. No collecting money from parents, no complicated order forms, no headaches. Most teams raise $2,000 to $5,000 with this program. Visit KeystoneCustomApparel.com or give them a call, 724-206-0285 to get started today.
Now back to the North Shore Tavern Leadoff Show on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
All right, getting you ready for Pirates and Rangers. Thanks for spending your Thursday evening with us. For those that really aren't all that concerned about the football side of things and the happenings in our fair city, well, there's a really good baseball team. In fact, a lot of folks think it's the biggest sports story of the year, and a lot of folks think that, well, this city, who has not witnessed among its major professional sports teams a postseason victory since 2018. It actually could be the Pirates, who are the first club to bring it to them. Obviously, things are not going well on the ice, with the Pens down 3-0 in the postseason to the Flyers. Pirates Rangers tonight, the rubber match. We'll get to that here in a moment, but I do want to take a look at what's happening around the Pirates minor league system, and a look into the future, brought to you by Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union. Home equity loan rates as low as 5.25%. See the full terms and conditions, and if you qualify, at AllegiantFCU.org. Mitch Jebb was just recently promoted to AAA Indianapolis. He was a top pick for the Pirates in the first few rounds out of Eastern Michigan a couple of years ago. He goes 4 for 5 today for AAA Indianapolis. They got a much-needed win over the St. Paul Saints to improve their record to 9-15. Also, Andy Rodriguez is starting a slow climb back. after a very slow start. He goes 1 for 3 today. So Mitch Jebb, 2 home runs today. Andy Rodriguez with a big hit as the Buccos, AAA Farm Club, with a win earlier today. Games in progress right now. Bottom of the third inning, the Altoona Curve hold a 3-0 lead on the Harrisburg Senators, the Washington Nationals AA Farm Club. Bottom of the third inning, it is the Greensboro Grasshoppers up 10-5. They're 11-6. They're leading the Atlanta Braves High A club, the Rome Braves, 10-5. That's your bottom of the third inning score. The Bradenton Marauders down in low A, they're tied 2-2. That ball game in the top of the fourth inning. And for the Marauders, Xander Meath is on the mound. He's walked 3 and given up a couple of runs. That's where Seth Hernandez, who's likely to become the top pitching prospect, not only in the Pirates organization, but all of the big leagues. And for how long will he be with Bradenton? That remains to be seen, but that's where he currently resides. So that's your look around the Pirates minor league system, brought to you by, again, Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union. Okay, who has the ball tonight? Brought to you by Joe Ball GMC. You can have it all at Joe Ball. It's Bubba Chandler, 1-1 with a .315 earned run average, his 9th major league start, debuted last year. This will be start number 5 for Chandler, and he opposes the veteran right-hander Jacob deGrom, year number 13 for deGrom, and he's putting up good numbers as well in his age 37 season, a 1-0 record and a 2.29 ERA. For deGrom, we'll begin there. 3-3 lifetime against the Pirates, 2.45 earned run average. This will be his 10th start against Pittsburgh. Of the 9 that he's made, 8 have been quality starts. So it's really hard to poke a hole in deGrom's game. They've won all 4 of deGrom's starts of the Rangers this year. The Orioles, pretty good team. He's twice beaten the Mariners and the Los Angeles Dodgers. So it's been some pretty stiff competition that deGrom has faced. But when you have a career batting average against of .202, and the career on-base plus slugging against you is .588. For those uninitiated, that's extremely low. Average is about .700. .588 career OPS. No wonder why you're in year number 13 in the big leagues and 97-65 with a career .257 ERA. So that's the Jacob deGrom story. How he will fare against the Pirates, I think, is a really interesting storyline tonight. And I'm going to dive a little bit into the numbers here and some things to watch for, and we'll go as far as call it the key to the game, brought to you by Spitzer Toyota in Monroeville. Visit spitzertoyota.com. It's how long is deGrom in this game, and how quickly can the Pirates get to a relatively soft spot on this Ranger club, and that's their bullpen. deGrom has had a tougher time, I think, in his old age, putting hitters away. And he has to throw a lot more pitches to get on the other side of the batter than he ever has. In fact, he's throwing the second highest amount of pitches per batter in Major League Baseball. Only Dylan Cease has more pitches per batter thrown. So it basically takes a lot out of him to get through one batter. Over 4 pitches per game, or 4 pitches per batter, which is a lot. You can typically get 1 pitch outs. What it usually means is guys aren't necessarily chasing as much, or they're fouling off a good number of pitches. And, well, when you couple that with what the Pirates' offense has been doing of late, no offense, besides the Milwaukee Brewers in baseball, has seen more pitches per plate than the Pirates. So that's a big key to victory. We'll take a look at Bubba Chandler when we come back, so do stay with us. It's the North Shore Tavern Leadoff Show on KDKA.
Most commercial cleaning companies, they leave behind residue that attracts dirt. Zero Res doesn't. Their residue-free process means your carpets, tile, upholstery, and all air ducts stay cleaner longer, even in the busiest environments. And here's what a lot of people don't realize. Zero Res isn't just for homes. They handle commercial spaces, too. So if you're tired of constantly re-cleaning your floors, Zero Res Commercial. It's smarter cleaning. Schedule a free estimate. Visit zerores.com/commercial.
Carpal tunnel syndrome, heart failure that doesn't improve with common medicines.
These are some signs and symptoms associated with ATTR-CM, or the cardiomyopathy of ATTR amyloidosis, a serious heart condition with symptoms that get worse over time. Amvuttra, vutrisiran, is a prescription medicine given by a healthcare provider that treats ATTR-CM in adults to reduce heart-related death, hospital stays, and urgent visits. In a clinical study, Amvuttra was proven to help people live longer and have fewer heart-related hospital stays and urgent visits over 3 years compared to placebo. Amvuttra lowers the amount of vitamin A in your blood, which can affect vision. Other side effects include pain in the arms or legs, pain in the joints, and shortness of breath. These are not all the possible side effects of Amvuttra. For prescribing information, call 1-833-256-2748 or learn more at amvuttra.com. Ask your doctor about Amvuttra for ATTR-CM, carpal tunnel syndrome, heart failure that doesn't improve with common medicines. These are some signs and symptoms associated with ATTR-CM, or the cardiomyopathy of ATTR amyloidosis, a serious heart condition with symptoms that get worse over time. Amvuttra, vutrisiran, is a prescription medicine given by a healthcare provider that treats ATTR-CM in adults to reduce heart-related death, hospital stays, and urgent visits. In a clinical study, Amvuttra was proven to help people live longer and have fewer heart-related hospital stays and urgent visits over 3 years compared to placebo. Amvuttra lowers the amount of vitamin A in your blood, which can affect vision. Other side effects include pain in the arms or legs, pain in the joints, and shortness of breath. These are not all the possible side effects of Amvuttra. For prescribing information, call 1-833-256-2748 or learn more at amvuttra.com. Ask your doctor about Amvuttra for ATTR-CM.
Now back to the North Shore Tavern Leadoff Show on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
So what can Bubba Chandler do against the Texas Rangers? Can he follow up his career-best outing last time out where he went 6 and he just walked one batter? That's huge for Chandler, who has the 5th worst walk rate in the majors. We know he can absolutely bring it. Some Texas heat will be coming the Rangers' way. So Bubba Chandler's on the mound for the Pirates. Here's the Pirates lineup brought to you by Central Outreach Wellness Center. Walk in for service, no insurance necessary. It's Cruz in center, Lau at second base, Reynolds in left, Ozuna the DH, with O'Hearn in right field, Nick Gonzalez at third base. First base, it's Horowitz, and Griffin plays shortstop, while Joey Bart does all the catching. That's the Pirates' starting lineup in the rubber match of this 3-game series. Well, that just about does it for us. Coming up next, in just a moment, you're going to hear the dulcet tones of Joe Block, and he'll be joined by John Wehner, the Pennsylvania one-call system call of the game. Contact 811 before you dig and know what's below, and that's coming your way right now.
This Odyssey Sports broadcast is brought to you by Geico. Switch and save. Get more with Geico.
Broadcast commencing in 3.
This ball is gone.
2.
Swing and a miss. He struck it out.
1.
Grand slam for Brian Reynolds.
Your Pirates are on the air. Today's game of the Pirates Radio Network is brought to you by Highmark Health. Highmark is proud to sponsor Pirates everywhere, from home base to home away from home, because Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield. Pittsburgh Brewing Company. Pittsburgh Brewing, makers of Iron City and Icy Light. Giant Eagle, official supermarket of the Pittsburgh Pirates. PNC, brilliantly boring since 1865. The Pennsylvania Lottery. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Number 1 Cochrane, Club 1 Rewards. Join for free today and earn points and save on every service visit. Operating Engineers Local 66. Partner with Operating Engineers Local 66. Join us at IUOE66.org. Allegheny Health Network, official medical provider of the Pittsburgh Pirates. Caring for you through every win, every loss, and every moment in between. Sheets, the official convenience store of the Pittsburgh Pirates. Why the Sheets not? Get a snack after the game. And by Coppers, protecting what matters, preserving the future. This is Pirates Baseball on the Pirates Radio Network.
It's a great night for baseball here from Globe Life Field in Arlington, Texas. Tonight it's the Pirates taking on the Texas Rangers here in the final game of this 3-game series. And we welcome you into the booth. Joe Block and John Wehner with you tonight. Kern Brulard, our producer-engineer, with us here in the booth. Mike Kravitz back in our network control center. We're on the clock, getting you ready for some baseball tonight. The Pirates trying to make it 3 straight road series wins. If they win tonight, they'll take 2 out of 3 here in Texas. And in their prior series in Chicago and Cincinnati, they won those as well. The Pirates have not won 3 straight road series since April of 2021. about 5 years ago. And this shows you how far that they have come. And tonight they can get there with a win behind Bubba Chandler. And Chandler making his first start in Texas. The 23-year-old has been very good. And for Chandler, the Rookie of the Year candidate, a 3.15 ERA in his first 4 starts. And opponents hitting just 183 against him. And so the pupil will take on the professor tonight. Jacob deGrom, a 2-time Cy Young Award winner, a 5-time All-Star. He gets to start for the Texas Rangers, now 37 years old. And deGrom, equally effective this year, a 2.29 ERA. Opponents hitting just 2.08 against deGrom. So a very fine pitching matchup on the slate tonight here in Arlington. The Pirates win last night despite the lead being 4-2 going into the 8th. The Rangers battled back to tie, and then the Pirates went ahead for good. Jake Mangum with a fielder's choice brought in the run, got the ball in play. And as you'll hear Donnie Kelly in a moment talk about the great base running, too, by Nick Gonzalez on that play. And then O'Neal Cruz, the cherry on top, that's for sure, as he hit the top of the foul pole with a home run in the 9th. Pirates win 8-4 last night. And we'll talk to the manager, Donnie Kelly, about that when we return here from Texas. All coming up on the Pirates Radio Network, presented by Iron City and IC Light.
At Giant Eagle, we're focused on quality, freshness, and all your favorites. Because meals bring us together. Because recipes keep traditions alive. Because the right ingredients make it or break it. Because being part of the neighborhood matters. Because what we pick up at the store is what we bring into our lives. At Giant Eagle, we're always going for better to bring you